How's everybody doing? Welcome
Hello.
back.
Aloha.
I'm doing well. How is everybody?
I thought he was waiting for chat to reply.
Oh,
Oh no, I don't even have a chat up. I don't know what people are saying ever. I don't even know where I am in this.
Just
I don't even know
constantly insulting you,
what
obviously.
this looks like. I just assume they're all really nice, and that's about it. So, do the short little introduction. We're playing Path of Paper, which is a PoE-inspired tabletop RPG. It's all D10 based, very simple and very combat focused. Created by Angry AA. And it's an original story written by me in the Path of Exile world. So you'll see a lot of characters that you can recognize, a lot of names that you'll know, but the story is completely new. We've got 4 original unique characters from different timelines of the PO universe, and today Quizzix is going to explain where we're at and what happened last time.
Yes, so as I recall, we started session back in the encampment in, is it Cinderella or Sindril? Sindril, yep. Okay.
Cinderella.
Back in Cinderella's encampment, we made our final preparations. We chose a mysteriously quiet man, or person at least, called Chatterbox to be our guide. We stuck our Templar disguises in our haversacks and headed off into the woods, at which point we found out that Chatterbox was indeed rather chatty once he was able to summon a zombie or other creature for him to speak through, which was pretty cool, rather interesting. I wouldn't mind learning how that works. And we carried on for a bit. We were set upon by a pack of wolves, of which I think Morien was able to make a connection to one of them, and it seemed like something was very wrong indeed. But we killed them, and I think left their pelts on the ground, whatever.
There was a choice for a brief second not to kill them, but Morien kept it to himself that the wolf was more scared than anything, and Chatterbox just straight murdered it.
So we continued on. We got to our vantage point above the Templar encampment, the Templar mine, to wait there for the army to make its assault. And we noticed it seemed surprisingly empty. There were still slaves moving around doing their things, or so it seemed, but very few guards. We waited for a while, and the army never showed up, and we waited a bit more, and then one of Sindril's men, what was his name? I've forgotten his name. Doesn't matter, he's dead now.
Yeah, Tomule showed up, which was
he showed up.
A jolly guy that seemed to like y'all.
He exposited at us, and then we let him die. Unceremoniously.
All because Kaylah wasn't quick enough on throwing the flask at his face.
Definitely blaming Kaylah for that one. It was 100% her fault, not anyone else.
2 people argued over his body, and Kaylah tried to save him, but then she got into an argument too, and nobody actually gave him the flask.
And then Kaylah was the only one who was stealthy enough to approach the camp without being seen. The rest of us blundered down and blundered in, and we made our way in pretty, stealthily. Got taken to meet someone inconsequential, so I've forgotten him and his brother's names.
Carnus and Fresius, which you never actually got their names, I just told you. Because
Carnus and Fresius.
They were basically your first big boss fight, and they would have beaten y'all, but you leveled up in the middle of the
fight. We leveled up in the middle because DM had forgotten about that slightly earlier.
No, that's canon now. That's how it actually happened. Yeah, you found a well of power within you and just...
Yeah. That's how it happens in PoE. You mid-fight for like 1 health.
Right?
Gloves of
level up in 4 health.
We abseiled out the window to get out of the building, and we made our way downtown, walking around to where we ended, over at the other side.
After we found some really cool stuff.
We found a few things on the way.
Really cool gloves.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Base breakers.
Morien picked up the unique gloves of pimp slapping. I did say that.
Indeed.
I found some items within the slave barracks after searching them for a while. The camp is empty now, whereas there was slaves running around and a few guards. It's just barren. Nobody's there for some reason, including the foreman. Everybody seems to be gone. And you were exploring, and the only building that you really hadn't checked out was a large building over near the cave entrance that has a bunch of wires running underneath it. You can see around you there's a lot of carts with lamps attached to the top of them, which I mentioned earlier. There's a couple of them on the tracks which run through the camp, and the tracks go into the cave itself. But there wasn't much else to look at besides the cave and the building with the wires.
I guess 2 other things. One, we found a bunch of black powder where we had the boss fight, and we were discussing sending that down into the mine to make things go boom. And 2, I discovered that I'm a sniffer dog for magic.
Yes, Quizzix discovered that he's somehow, after gaining enough knowledge in soul crafting, right? Yeah, soul crafting, you're able to you gain the ability to be able to smell magical items or enchanted items. Still figuring out how it works, but I did send him the details on it right now. And basically, he can smell things about a foot away from him, which is like 2 hands away. And if they smell sweet, they usually have benign enchantments. But if they smell bad, they usually have malignant properties. And he did get that perk by achieving a certain thing with his character build, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you'll probably figure it out pretty quickly as we go on. It's my version of feats, basically, in this game,
cool.
How you can get them. You can get them after you hit the level you're on, because it's 3 levels, and since there's 30 levels, it just makes sense. There wasn't anything else like cool that happened at this level, so I just added this as the thing you could do. Because next level you get a notable. Anyway, that's beside the point. Yeah. So the reason you're on this mission is to destroy the mining encampment for Sin, because it was the last vestige of power that's in the area where they were mining soul gems, which the power in the world is all soul energy, and it's all mined from gems in the earth. There wasn't much information on where this all came from, but we can explore that whenever y'all want. You found 2 items with signature mods. Quizzix has one that gives them water walking, and
oh yeah, that was something that happened.
Kaylah got one that gives her precognition, which means in every long rest overnight, she gets to ask me a question, and I get to roll a d10 secretly and tell her either a lie or a truth based on how that roll happened. I have to be cryptic about it. So that's fun, which means you'll never ever get the rest again. But anyway, the plan was to destroy the mines because they had enough power in there to allow Innocence to ascend to become a god. Sin didn't want that to happen because Innocence was basically going to try to take over humanity and rule them with an iron fist. At least that's what you've been told. Somebody betrayed Sin's army before they could make it to you. You don't know who. Chatterbox blamed the mage because he was an asshole to him, but still have no idea how that happened or who did it. All right, anything else before we keep going?
Nope.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, yeah, you're finished exploring all the buildings. Like I said, you got the cave and the building with the wires in front of you. The exits, you're facing towards the cave, so there's an exit to your right where you came in, or where you would have come in had you come in. You came in that side anyway, and then there's an exit behind you going west. There's a road running west.
Well, I think we're heading into the building with the wires to investigate. I believe that was our next stop.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Let's go. We're all ready. We may as well.
We checked out some of the barracks buildings and we're on our way through.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You mosey on over to the wire building. The wire building is large and basically the same size as slave barracks. The only difference here is it's a large, thin rectangle built up against the mountain, and there's 2 doors at either end, plus a normal door in the center of the building on the side facing you. But on either end, there's these large, open, up-swinging barn doors on either side, and the track runs through it. So basically like a building where the carts can run through.
Okay. So let's go through the door in the middle. That makes sense.
Pick a door.
Let's not get
Sounds good.
run over. Potentially, we'll avoid the tracks. I think we've had
No
enough trouble. I
ghosts are
think
gonna
here.
push
Use
carts.
the door
at you.
designed for humans.
Cool.
So the camp is empty. You make your way through the center door, and inside the building, you can see wires running from a large, ancient-looking machine. It sits dormant. There's nothing glowing or on that you can see. The wires are running from the bottom of the machine into a hole in the wood, and you assume it's the ones that you saw outside. It's about a person and a half high, with large glass cylinder containers lined up along the top of it. There's like 4 containers, or 4 spots for containers. Only 3 containers exist, and each container is filled with a bright yellow substance. And you can smell the sulfur smell is extremely strong here. It's been throughout the camp, but here it's real strong.
What is that
There's
smell?
a track. The track that runs through the middle of the building has 1 cart on it, and the large swing door is open at the end towards the cave. All right, go on.
Like
Is the cart big enough for all 4 of us to fit into it?
No, it's probably big enough for 2 people to fit in, or are you standing up straight?
Is there anything in the cart?
Of course, you could do something creative and carry 2 people. I don't know.
Just put Tiberius in and give it a push. What could go wrong?
We can do an old Donkey Kong Country style thing and have people jumping in and out of it.
hanging off the sides.
Monkey in a barrel.
So also in the corner, towards the other side of the wall, to the other side from where the cave is, there are barrels with the red stripes stacked up that you saw in the barn earlier, where you fought the boss.
Okay, so we've got whatever it is we need to blow it up if we just set it on fire.
There are barrels.
As the most unusual building in the encampment, I'd like to take a good look around for anything hiding in corners or crevices.
Agreed.
So there isn't much besides the barrels in the left, but if you want to check out the machine or require an artificing check to see if you can get any sort of idea of what it's about.
I mean,
Anybody
sure,
ready
I
for
don't
it,
expect a
Nightface?
success, but let's have a roll.
Yeah, I mean, you could all try. It's going to be difficult considering none of you are, like, familiar with these machines.
We're all just
I don't
hoping
think-
for a 10.
I don't think anybody put any points in artificing either,
No.
did they?
Nah.
Just hoping for that +5 on the
Should
crit.
have. It's pretty damn cool. You can make machines with it, which you'll get an opportunity to do not too long from now. Yeah. So, Tiberius, you've seen a little bit of this from the Templar laboratories that you're used to, that people were building in your time, and you recognize the machine is built to power the lamps, but you're not exactly sure how it works. Probably the open port has something to do with it, why the lamps aren't turned on, but other than that, you can't really get an idea of how this thing would work. But it probably needs some sort of surge of power to start it up.
Interesting.
I'm just going to go and check out the cart, see if there's anything in there currently.
There is nothing in the cart currently, besides some dust. And it is a brown dust,
Brown
which
dust.
is
Not a black
relevant, I
dust.
promise. No, it's not black dust.
I'm
So dust as in like dirt from being in use, or dust as in it's been sitting there untouched for a while?
It would be impossible for you to know that.
And the next thing I want to do is have a look at where the tracks actually go from through. So obviously they come in through one side of the barn, or well, they could go either way. But where do they go once they're outside of the building?
They take a pretty sharp turn. The building is up against the cave, and or up against the mountain, and the side facing the cave. It's a pretty sharp turn straight into it. There is an offshoot in order to make the cart go back to the center of the camp, but right now the lever is turned so that it will go straight into the cave, unless you want it to go into the camp for whatever reason.
We could then turn the lever. Okay. So I think now that we're in here, should we just do what we came to do?
But you have to remember that Chatterbox warned you not to go into the cave without a light because people are known to disappear and die. The lamp on the cart would be that light.
So if we want to go in, we've got to get the machine working.
Well, you don't have to get the machine working. You could just die.
And the carts.
We've got to take some light and take some explosive powder, go in and find out a good spot, a good vantage point to actually blow it up to make an impact.
Chatterbox recommended that you go to the large dome chamber, the same one that Sin had in his Camps Mountain. That would be the place to do it, because that's where the remaining soul gem power was found. For some reason, it's uniform in both these mountains.
Quizzix, do you think you could set it on fire from afar? One of these barrels?
I'm sure I could set a barrel on fire from afar.
That might be the way to go about it.
You go carry it, and then I'll set it on fire.
I couldn't possibly carry it. Look at how heavy that is. Morien?
Can push the cart.
That would work.
I'm assuming the carts are pushed.
All right, Tiberius, while they're talking, can you make a perception check for me?
Perception check, okay.
Y'all keep talks amongst yourselves.
You could push it back.
Tiberius is the only one not in conversation.
How far away? We need to get in there. We have to get a light.
Nope. We're getting ambushed.
How can we get a light? What do you guys think?
I think we've got to get the machine working.
But yes, I wonder what this machine's for.
I've never seen anything like it.
Perhaps you should go to sleep and then use your precognition. Ask me. No, don't do that.
I haven't been wearing it for 24 hours yet either.
You're safe for the first rest.
Yeah.
No, I'll give it to you on the next long rest.
Oh, sweet.
It's fine. That'll be fun.
Awesome.
It smells like a bat cave.
Yeah, it is. It smells terrible in here. Have you guys not noticed that?
I've smelt worse in my time.
So there are 3 ports on top. One is open. 3 ports do have sulfur, sulfite powering it. You can see, but the last port has nothing in it. It will require a jolt of power to get it started.
Jolt of power. Quizzix, do you know
Yes.
any electricity spells?
No.
I feel like maybe.
But you do.
Yeah, but I don't want to. I don't want to actively say that because I don't think we've ever seen her use electricity as the element for that. So I don't want to suggest it.
Do you? No? Seen cold, seen fire. May not have seen
I mean, she knows how the spell works. Like,
I have electricity, but I'd have to get right up there to use it. I'm not sure if that's safe.
Who cares? Give it a try. You learn something either way. I'm just gonna take a few steps back while you do.
I step back as well.
Okay, so
Okay.
I guess that's that then. Yeah, nobody's gonna try and stop me.
So I'm encouraging you from over here.
Can you throw with your thing?
It won't work that way.
Nope.
Alright.
Bring a spare bow.
Come on. Let's go. Wait, did you say you had a spare bow?
No, we didn't bring it. It's back in the bodies in the hut in the middle of town.
Of course, of course. Alright, I'm just going to use Elemental Hit with electricity to try and power this machine. I'm going to target where that third, or that fourth, cylinder looks to be missing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's an open cylinder. Pretty simple looking port, like an aux cable would fit into. There's a circle and then a smaller circle within, which is dark, and you can see the bright metal down in the bottom.
Okay, so of course I'm wearing a claw, so I don't even have, the opportunity to.
You do have a
Stick your
dagger.
hand in the power
Dagger
socket.
as
Do
well.
it.
No, I'm just gonna stick my hand in there with my claw. Let's go.
Make an attack roll real quick. See how
much I hurt
lightly
myself?
you're able to stab this thing with lightning.
So attack is in
So
what I
it's
would do.
control of your
1d10 times
yeah.
3.
If you just basically, or if you're doing elemental hit. So it's basically how you can control the power that's surging through your hands in order to put your weapon in this and power the machine. Because if you're not able to control it, you could just destroy this thing. So that's why I need an attack roll.
Okay. Let me have a quick look. I'm pretty sure I need to add something to.
Just step behind Quizzix.
I did not plan on this being this
12 damage.
harrowing, but it's fine. Okay. Yeah, you lower your hand into it, and you turn back to the group, and they're all like stacked up on behind each other for some reason, and power surges through your hand in the machine, and it the light on the cart flickers on as the lights across the machine pop on as well. You hear the whir of the machine running, and nobody dies or blows up.
Excellent work.
I'm glad I had your support through that, guys. Thanks.
You
Can't trust them.
go to high five them, and they're all like, they think about it, and then they held their hand back because you have lightning all over you.
Also
Come on,
COVID.
what? Ah,
Social distancing, guys. I see why. I understand.
Looking at the machine, does it appear to be like draining sulfite or draining the substance at a fast rate?
Yeah, the kick and power has started it to use the sulfite, but without a significant artificing roll, you're not going to be able to tell how long you
How
have.
long we have?
But we know that we do have limited time, so
As with
let's
Dill.
let's go. Okay, okay, first off we need to
Me and Morien better load the cart with 2 of the barrels.
Okay.
Yep. And we push the cut.
You load the cart with the barrels that you assume have blasting powder in them. And are you ready to go?
Are we assume
Say the
Yeah, okay,
same barrel with the red stripe, and they're clearly heavy enough to have stuff in them.
They are heavy. They feel the same weight as the barrels that you saw before.
They're not like rattling with soul gems or something?
No, they're not rattling when you shake it like a Christmas present. It just feels like there's sand in there, just like the other one.
I mean, I wouldn't go shaking it, but okay. I did stick my hand into an unknown port, so Morien, Tiberius, you'll push the cart. Quizzix and I will follow, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Keep an eye out behind and to the side.
We're ready to go.
Everywhere else.
Let's go delving.
All right, so as the cart rolls out of the barn and hits the divider between turning into the camp and turning into the mine, it actually just starts to click and slowly move on its own without you needing to push it. So that's real convenient. Now, within the darkness, this is Delve, like literally. So I rolled a set of rules for it, and I'm going to copy and paste these rules for you right now because I'm too lazy to read them out, but I will read them out anyway. I'll read them out for you, but I'm also going to put them there so y'all can come back to it. But basically, you can explore the darkness, each of you. I'm going to give you like a certain amount of times to explore the darkness, but everybody will get a chance because it's Delve and everyone loves Delve. Each time you roll dice, you take 5 damage, stacking an extra 5 each time you have to roll dice. And the reason you would roll dice is you roll a 1d10 when you go out into the darkness, and then you have to call high or low on the roll, and then you roll one more time, and if you succeed with guessing, then you get to roll for loot. The roll for loot doesn't count towards it. The searching counts towards it. So it's a minimum 10 damage, basically. But if you roll your first roll and you roll a 1, you automatically take 5 damage. If you roll your first roll and roll like a 2 and you don't want to roll again, you could just go back to the cart and call it, and you only take the 5 damage. So you'll roll 2 times, basically. It's like a high or low game. And then if you do find loot and you roll... If you roll 5 or higher on the second roll, it's automatically a magic item. And then Turi will click the wheel that I gave her to see which piece of loot you get. So we'll do it one good time just to show you how it is. Whoever wants to delve first, let me know.
I would like to delve first.
All right.
Does it interact exactly the same way with Energy Shield? Like when I come back, is my Energy Shield just going to recharge.
EHP. It regens at half your attribute threshold, so that Morien can't be OP. So not your stuff to, from your gear. It's just your attribute threshold. Each time someone else is delved, you get a stack of regen, basically. So that's how that works. So Quizzix, you're going down the cart path, and it's extremely dark, but the light does give you a bubble to where all of you can comfortably walk. You see some path going off to the left of you through the darkness, and there might be what looks like an old chest over there, but you're going to have to run into a sizable amount of shadow to find it. So go ahead and roll 1d10 and take 5 damage, because you run out into the shadow to go look at it.
It's just roll. I'm not calling high or low yet.
Nope. All right, so now that you rolled a 7, you call high or low. And the next roll, if you get it, if you say low, and then you roll a 3, well, you got it, and then you get to go see what the loot is. However, if you roll a 3, it's not magic, but if you roll a 5 or above, it's automatically a magic item that you find.
Okay, so high and low is that threshold of 1 to 5 and 6 to 10?
High and low is literally you winning the game. So if you rolled a 7 right now, and you call low, go ahead and roll again.
So, hold on. So, I'm not quite sure what you mean by high or low.
Yeah, what's low?
Yeah, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
This is it's a common game. So the first roll is you setting the number of 7.
Right.
And
okay,
now you
so
have to
7's my
decide. Like
threshold.
it's like kind of like you finding your path through the darkness. Now you have to decide whether the next number you roll is going to be higher or lower than number 7.
Oh,
If
okay.
it's exactly equal to, is that higher or lower or both?
That counts as good. You're good to go if it's high. It's going to be. It doesn't matter. It counts as a win regardless. But
Yep.
the actual number you roll determines whether it's magic or not, and that's the 5 or more.
So
Got it.
number-
Cool.
So that's why, if you get close to 10, but you don't get 10, it kind of has a diminishing return. But anyway, go ahead and high or low on that one.
Let's gamble on it. Let's go high.
All right, give it a shot. And you're at 10 damage now. Oh, shit!
Nailed it.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you roll a 10, automatically get a magic item. When you roll a 10, if you roll a 1, it's on the first roll. Anyway, yeah, you get a magic item. So, Turi, bring up that wheel I sent you.
Yep, so
I
if
don't
you
know
look
if you
on the
can share your
stream, it's in the
screen.
middle. Can I? I'll lose my camera. Are you guys actually looking at this? No, you're not. So I'll share my screen. That's cool. It'll just be.
It's a stupid little wheel I found on the internet, but it works. And had to put all the names of the loot in there.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel.
The stave upside down definitely looked like stove.
Yeah, well, you might find a stove.
A magic stove.
My
Portable,
computer's spazzing out, but that's cool.
What's the next league is going to have cooking in it?
It's a spin. We're spinning. We're spinning. We're spinning.
Click it, Terry.
Woo! Leather boots.
Right. So you found magic leather boots, which will do all the gear rolling after we finish delving. You can't identify stuff in delve. So,
Those in my notes for a sec.
so that's basically how it works.
Are we removing
Pretty
or just
simple.
closing?
Just go close. Don't remove it, because then it will be taken out of the loot
Yeah,
table.
that's what I figured. I just wanted to see.
So yeah, you can. So since everybody's going to get a turn, we're going to say Quizzix found a pair of magical leather boots out in the darkness and runs back to the light to show everybody his brand new shoes.
Yeah,
I'm
and that
good
means I've taken 10 damage.
Took 10 damage total.
I'm going to use a flask because I'm not at full health at the moment. So I'm just going to use my flask, which I'm assuming I can do out of combat without that being a problem.
Yeah, you just can't regen souls.
Cool. So I've just used 4. Although we did gain all of our charges back when we killed the boss, didn't we? Our
For
flask
one
charges.
flask, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 flask's worth.
Alright, I'm back at full health.
All right.
I guess I'll go into the darkness quickly. And is there a chance to do that again, or do we have to wait?
You can. Yeah, I'm gonna give you all a chance to go ahead and delve. This will be a mechanic y'all can do later in the game too, but it'll be you'll see. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. So
this is
whoever wants to go next.
The delve introduction to the mechanic.
Yeah,
Sounds like
pretty
I-
much. And also, like, if y'all can think of ways this would be better, let me know because it's new. Oof, oof.
Okay.
All right, high or low on that, Tiberius?
It's a 50-50. This sucks.
Plus, you've taken 5 damage just for rolling, right?
Yeah, just for rolling, it costs 5 to run out into the darkness. Tiberius sees another path. Seeing Quizzix find some fancy boots, he's like, shit, I want me some of that. And he runs out into the darkness without looking, and now he's completely confused, and he has to try to decide which path to take, the high one or the low one.
I guess high is just better.
High is better. A, that's where the magic items are, and B, there's one more number above than there is below.
Thanks, Quizzix.
Yeah, high.
You're very clever with that, aren't you?
All right, roll
Incoming.
it up.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Really? Barely. All right, so go ahead and roll the wheel for him. Automatic magic item.
5 isn't the worst. I think 6 is the worst number to roll on that first one.
Yeah, I might have to change the
Ooh.
loot table to be 6 or above, possibly.
I think so as well, because that's 50%.
Amber Amulet!
Oh,
Go
shit.
away super rotting.
So yeah, and Delve, yeah, exactly. Delve is nice. Plus, y'all just finished a boss fight, so this is kind of like your downtime.
Did someone
So-
say strength stacking character?
So Coopz or Tiberius is able to find a very shiny, nice amulet among a pile of rubble out in the darkness. It glints from the small light in the cart, and he runs back to the cart, taking 10 damage total.
I'm gonna drink my flask to go back up. Oh no, when do we regen?
You don't.
As soon as someone
Oh,
else
hell.
runs, you regenerate half your base attribute threshold.
Oh, for health.
Okay,
and if
before
I took
use a
energy
flask.
shield damage,
Yeah, energy shield and health, same regen.
Sorry, I didn't know health regen at all.
No, hacks
EHP.
would be yes.
If I mean life, I'll say life. If I mean health, I'll say yeah,
Okay,
that's your
yep.
EHP.
Okay, before I drink a flask, is anyone else running off into the darkness?
I want to.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys run back with these cool things. I want one.
Mm.
I'm gonna go. Okay?
All right. Kaylah sees a stream running with a small natural bridge running over it, just like you would see in Delve, and decides there must be something past this. This can't be natural. Oh,
Okay, so I'm calling high.
all right. Oh, barely got it, and it's gonna be magical. Yeah, I definitely need to move it up to 6, but next time y'all delve, it'll be more difficult to get magic items.
Okay, what am I gonna find?
Let's make the most of it.
There's also
Everybody in.
currency in the wheel.
I see that! Oh no! Right between the transmute and the chaos orb is an axe.
Nice.
lucky you're with Amy.
Okay, so
Does
I
it
got,
specify two-handed or one-hander? I don't know.
it didn't. It just says axe.
Okay, so it's a one-hander.
Demon's choice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
none of them look to say
One-handed
one or two.
axe.
Cool. So
It's
I've
fine.
got myself a one-handed axe, and I'm gonna-
and it's magical.
it's magical.
To her
and,
disappointment, she finds a nice axe stuck into an old petrified stump out in the darkness. Picks it up and runs back to the light, taking 10 damage.
I'm just gonna shove it in the backpack that I have for now.
And it cuts a hole in the side of your backpack, and all your stuff falls out now. It's okay.
Okay, so at this
What?
point, I regenerate half my threshold. So if I've got 15, I regenerate 7 life, correct?
So I'm back to full now.
Half your threshold, half of
At your
attribute,
attribute
threshold.
threshold.
What's attribute threshold?
So
As
in
in
your
half of
character
your
sheet,
strength.
in your character sheet at the top left, you'll see there's your threshold before gear and everything. You regenerate half of that.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. That's
Under
just my whole...
attribute rather than total.
Understood. Yep, half of that. Okay, cool. So yes, you've.
Because if Morien was able to regenerate half
Yeah,
his
now I
threshold,
understand.
yeah.
Yeah, because my threshold is just my like my attribute. That's why.
I mean,
was divided.
technically that would be closer to real Delve, the regen characters, but
My attribute
We're not gonna
threshold
do
is
that.
35 because energy shield,
Yeah, because energy shield is OP.
because it's big.
Morien could just like, do back-to-back runs.
Oh, I'm
What,
going to go
like,
walking
Sac-
off.
sac-
Yeah, well, not-
sacrifice one of us in between.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's just like real Delve, right? But you only get so many chances to do it.
Are you gonna go,
Walking
Morien?
door.
Look at all this stuff we got.
Hmm.
They're going to just walk there. They're like,
Look at this
Morien's like,
axe.
damn, this is very profitable. I wish we could do this forever. I wish sulfite wasn't so hard to find. And he runs out in the darkness too.
Walking off. Alrighty, 6. Well, that's an even split. Screw it. I'm going to call for lower. Ooh,
Lower.
lower. Calling lower.
Oh,
The one time you can call higher. The game really wants to reward you right now. You choose the wrong path and run into a wall that you could have exploded had you bought the dynamite from Nico, but you didn't. So you're taking your run back to the cart, taking 10 damage.
Oh, well.
Alright, everybody's gone, right?
we've all
Oh,
gone,
I'm
yeah.
going to go back down the other path with her in the wrong way.
Maybe later.
Okay.
You can stack damage even higher, but I'll have to double it later. We'll find out.
Okay. Then.
All right. So everybody finding their nice things except Morien, which is fine because he has some pretty sweet gloves.
And he's probably going to end up with that amulet anyway.
We'll see. The one you gave me, though, has got that leech on it, so...
I gave you a ring.
Was it a ring? Oh, it was a ring.
I gave you a power ring, yeah.
Didn't you also get an amulet with leech and water walking? That's the signature one.
I got that amulet, yeah. I'm
He
keeping that
got
one.
that. Oh, yeah, I don't have an amulet. You're right. Okay, cool.
All right. So the cart's on a track. You can't really deviate. Eventually, you reach an area with a lot of offshoot dark pathways around you, and you start to hear some chittering and some clicking, some screeching coming in from the dark. So you need a perception check.
Yep. Yeah, that's a 27.
Jesus Christ.
It's okay, we're all mature here. As is my channel.
All right. Well, no one else has to roll. It's fine.
Demonetized on YouTube.
So Quizzix, with his keen senses, smells something off in the air, and you can hear a number of large spiders coming through the darkness. You can see their iridescent blue fangs and claws running to you from the different pathways, and there's about 8 spiders, and they're all going to attack you at once. 2 coming from in front of you where the cart is going, 2 coming from the sides, and 2 coming from behind you. Now I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative. You have disturbed something in the dark by all your running, and these spiders are not happy about it, and they're going to attack.
I don't like the look of this.
Hey, that second was a lot better.
Nice. I'm glad
You
one of
would've-
us is putting some points into initiative.
You would have lost the initiative roll automatically, but you rolled a 22, 27 on. Shit, I forgot to get my notes. 1 second.
Are they spiders?
They sure sound like it.
I hate
Spider.
spiders.
Just remember, they just want to give you hugs.
Spiders are
Big
coming
ones are
for
legs
each
are nice
yourselves.
on barbecue.
Oh, nice. All right. There's 4 zones, one in front of you, to the left and right of you, and behind you. Looks like.
And
Spiders
we're
are
all in
first.
one zone at the moment. Because we're all, like, I assume in the light of the card is one zone.
Not going to have all the spiders go at once. They're going to attack in 2 groups at a time so that nobody just gets demolished.
It's okay, I get to go first and just accidentally fling an arrow into the darkness.
Well, we get one
be hard to
player
miss.
slot first,
They're right up on you.
courtesy of your initiative roll.
Who am I missing?
I've got Tiberius, Spider, Kaylah.
Yep, gotcha.
7 is.
So Tiberius is first. He was quick on the draw. He freaking hates spiders, even though he loves dogs. And we got the first player slot, spiders, player slot, and then spiders. Yeah.
Do you want to freeze some of them in Icewell first before they get to attack Ildriss?
Well, we get to do one thing, and then half of the spiders are going to attack.
Hmm.
But we
I
don't
can.
know which half.
It's. Yeah, we don't know which one.
Yeah, no. Someone with damage go first. So you go first if you want, Tiberius.
Okay. I'm going to. And so, are both groups of spiders? I can only hit 2 of them at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4
So
zones
this, yeah.
in 2 groups of initiative set.
Didn't get a marching order for y'all, but I need to know right now before we start combat where y'all standing.
I'm behind the cart.
I'm off to the left.
Okay.
Walking in front.
Yep, and then I will be on the right since we're all around the cart.
Nobody's gonna sit in the cart and hide. All right.
Not yet.
Oh, I was just considering running out into the darkness again when I heard the spiders.
Would I have got a chance to regen while we're still walking then, by the way?
Oh yeah, because
No,
nobody
because
else
nobody
went.
The
delved.
last person to come back hasn't had a chance to regen yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because nobody delved. The cart does stop though, sensing that there's something obstructing its way forward,
How
and
kind
because
of
of
them.
magic.
How convenient.
Well, I'm going to. Also, don't forget you've got Wrath and Determination, everybody. So you've got +4 armor and +2 lightning damage.
Yep, as long as we're all in your zone. Did you say
So
it was
I'm just
4 armor, you said?
4 armor. Doesn't get nerfed like Wrath for you guys.
Yep.
I'm going to do a rain of arrows. Oh, no, I'm going to do an ice. No, rain of arrows on the 2 spiders closest to me.
So the group on the left, I guess.
Since he's on the left as well, yeah.
Get
Good
5
lord.
spiders.
Damn, son.
All right. Get out my old calculator here. So that breaks their threshold, 100%. I don't remember what Rain of Arrows is physical damage, right? So does that...
Stun.
It's physical with +4 lightning.
Well, it's just
So the
physical.
physical takes priority because it's
Rough,
more than anything.
I had a look at that. Wrath doesn't add lightning damage, it adds damage.
Oh,
We're just used to it adding lightning damage. Everything in this game seems to be one element only. It either adds damage of the original type, or it converts all damage to, like Herald of Thunder converts all damage to lightning.
Okay.
So yeah, just physical.
But for the sake of flavor, if you do somehow end up doing more damage than the base damage of the skill in a certain element, I'll give you the threshold of that. All right, so
Sure.
2 of the spiders are hit with just a really pinpoint rain of arrows. They definitely were not expecting you to be that ready, and it just sits right into their thorax, and they are actually able to withstand it fairly well, but definitely hit them pretty hard. You can see some of their green blood come out, and the spiders are about half a person in size each.
I can picture how Rain of Arrows works outside. Did they bounce off the roof? Is that why they were super effective?
Depends on how Tiberius decided that it
I actually aimed at the roof and made rocks fall on their head.
nice. All right, spider slot. Unless you want to move or do anything else.
Yeah, you've still got a minor if you wanted.
I don't think I can do anything with my minor that's going to help.
Jump in the cart and hide.
Actually, yeah. Can I jump into the cart?
You sure can.
I'm going to jump into the cart.
It's going to be real difficult to move out of it in the middle of combat. But you sure can.
That's fine.
So the spiders, the spiders that got hit, which were the ones in front of you, by the way, and the front of you and behind you, are two groups of spiders that are going to go right now. And the spiders in front of you are going to see you jump in the cart and immediately jump on top of the cart and start trying to attack you.
I mean, they're going to attack me anyway.
Yeah, they're going to come down in the cart and start to scrape at you with their claws. Their iridescent blue claws. Let me roll this up.
Since when did spiders get claws?
These are
That's not how
scary
spiders-
You
spiders.
haven't seen spiders with claws? You're in
Spiders
Australia.
You
don't
haven't been into the delve.
Sure they do.
Yeah, we put shoes on them before we ride them to work.
Mm. Uh-oh. Well, the spiders had a math error, and
I guess they missed their turn, then. That's a shame. They jump on top of a cart and just kind of sit
They
there.
had to pause to do their calculations.
so with their blue tinged fangs and claws, they attack you and scrape at you, and it's dealing ice damage.
Oh, so
You
it's
can feel the
resistant.
cold hit your body.
So it's 45 total, or 45 each?
45 ice damage.
Each?
Uh,
Total.
total for this one.
Okay, well, I'm on 1 then. Oh, no,
No,
sorry, not 1.
resistances.
Yeah, resist.
45 with 16 resistance. I've got 30 life. I'm on 1. Right?
Yep. 30 plus 16 is 46. Which means you definitely suffer chill.
Now chill.
Spiders, seeing the other ones are on top and there's no room, are going to attack the person in the back, which is Kaylah. Oh, God.
Oh!
Wait,
Okay.
why didn't they do plus? Hold on, let me reroll that. I forgot to put plus. It's supposed to be. So they didn't crit. Lucky you. Also, Morien, that's your damage roll of 45, the second one, because it's supposed to be times 3, not times 5. Even though it ends up being the same damage, I feel like it's important for you to know that.
Oh,
Their
and
wham
hit
is
me.
3, in case you guys didn't notice, not 5.
They're hitting me, I think.
Wait, does
Yeah,
that mean
now
I
they're
take less
hitting-
damage?
Nope, you still take 45 apparently, because they crit on the second one. But, next
That's,
time.
who were they attacking?
They're attacking Kaylah because she's the one in the back, and
Okay.
the spiders in the front and the back are now attacking.
Cool. Sorry, you said Morien. I'm like, what?
And they are also.
You did it times 3
gonna-
again.
Yeah, it's supposed to be times 3. I put times 5 on the first roll
Oh.
up there for some
Okay.
reason.
Gotcha. So
Yeah,
I understand
which
now.
would have been a lot scarier. Yeah.
Same
So
numbers.
they're doing 39 cold damage.
Yep.
Just happen to roll the same number yet.
Yep, gotcha. Understood. 39 minus 13. I need
Two
my
spiders
calculator.
dive on Kaylah and attack with their blue fangs.
So they've done
Wait,
26
so
damage.
does that mean my roll was way too high then?
No, you rolled the same thing. He redid it,
Yeah.
and it was exactly the same number because
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah, so
okay.
they rolled a 6 with the wham of 5, and then they rolled a 10 with the wham of 3, and it ended up being the same exact 45.
So the
Okay.
total damage they did to me was 26, which is just under my threshold. So I'm not chilled.
Lucky. And so then the spiders that Tiberius attacked haven't gone yet, right? They were the ones on the left?
No, they were the ones in front, because... Wait, you want to attack the ones on the left, right?
He did, yeah. He attacked the ones closest to him, and
Oh,
since
right.
he was on the
Okay.
left of the
Then,
cart.
yes. No, the ones that he attacked have not gone yet. So now we're at another player slot.
Okay, well I will take the next slot then, and I'm going to ice wall the ones next to me on the right that haven't gone yet and haven't been hit yet.
All right. Did your threshold change since the last time you
Nope,
ice
still
walled?
35.
All right. Just blocks off an entire entrance to the mines with an ice wall, solid, cuts off 2 spiders.
It's like I'm a support character.
Mm.
I just have one skill, but it's coming in really handy.
Anything else?
Did you roll?
I don't need to. It doesn't do damage.
Oh, that's right.
It
You don't
creates the
have a-
wall of ice,
yeah.
and it has a health.
Cool.
I'm not moving anywhere, and I don't think I have a useful other minor action at the moment. So that's all for me.
Next player slot.
That'll be myself for you, Kaylah.
Yeah, I might go. I might take this spot if that's cool.
Go for it.
All right, I'm going to use my minor action to consume another 4 charges of my health flask, which will bring it down to only 2 charges left. But I do heal up to full because I've got efficient mixture. And then I am going to... so the spiders on the right of us are in the wall, is that correct?
Yep, spiders on the right are in the wall. In the first wall,
and-
spiders on the left got hit. The
And
spiders at the back are attacking you, and the spiders at the front dove on the cart to hit Tiberius.
Alright, cool. So I'm engaged with the spiders at the back, so I'm going to use Viper Strike on the spiders behind me. Now Viper Strike is only a single target, so one of those two, I suppose. Is that how it works?
Yep.
So I'm just gonna pick randomly the left one, let's just say.
He looks meaner.
It looks meaner. It's the one that did a little bit more damage to me from that uneven number. So I need to roll. Now I'm dual wielding, but I've got 1 claw, 1 dagger. Am I still dual wielding?
Yes.
Beautiful. See, I don't play melee.
Yes, you get the 1 wham off each, and then you get 1 of the 2 implicit modifiers of your choice.
Cool. And I'm using the leech.
Okay.
So 1d10 times my wham.
Are you on full health?
Well, if you're on full health, you should use the
You
crit.
use that one.
Can I only choose?
Each attack,
I
I'm
get
sure
to
you could
choose-
choose which one
Alright,
is the main one.
Yeah, you can change between attacks. It's fine.
Perfect. Okay. So
You also get 1 block.
Oh,
Yes, for
nice.
dual wielding. So if they roll a 2 against you, they also miss.
Okay. So it's just literally 1d10 times 3. I don't get any. Although, do I get to add the wrath?
Yep,
Mhm.
we're all
Which
in
is
Yeah,
2?
you're all
the middle zone at the
pretty
moment.
close together. And you add the 4 armor from... Which doesn't really matter because you got attacked with cold, but...
Yeah. So yeah, plus 2 damage.
Cool. Oh, yeah, it'd be better if
R
I actually put
slash-
the R first.
R
the
slash
slash
whoosh.
first. Yeah.
Divided by figure out
It's not as easy as it looks, guys.
Oh man, I missed.
What do you mean you missed? I
Not
missed.
being prepared for the spiders to jump on you, and especially the mean one, you swipe at it and it lively steps out of the range for your dagger.
Guys?
Oh,
Last
man.
player slot.
Jump over the cart, go past Kaylah, and punch the spider square in the face.
Yep.
With
Weird.
what?
Infernal blow.
Oh
Wait.
shit!
Do you want to defend me? No, really? You're in my zone
You
now. You
jumped
can
straight-
defend me.
You jump straight over the spider. Well, okay, hold on. So to get past the spiders attacking Tiberius, it's going to be
I think he
I think
runs
a maneuver
around
check.
surely.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
We're
does he, or
carrying
does he?
carts of black powder. Are you sure you want to use Infernal Blow?
That's why I went past them to get to the other ones. They're not in the same. I'm assuming we're not in the same zone.
Okay.
Tiberius is kind of smushed up against a couple barrels of black powder.
Maneuver.
Are you jumping over it or to the side of it?
Well, I was just going to go around it, but
Okay. Which side?
to the right, because that's where the ice walled ones are.
All right.
I'm going to take the clear path. Maneuver. Where's maneuver?
I think it's red.
It is green.
Oh, bugger.
Oh no! If you're going to the right, you're still within range of the spiders on the cart and the spider's ice wall, so you don't need to make a maneuver check. If you're going around above the cart or to the other side of the cart where spiders are still engaged, that you're
Then you
not
would have to
engaged
have-
with, then you would have to make a maneuver roll, and they would have to make one, and you have to have opposing ones. That's how the ranges or whatever work, the sections work.
But because you haven't, you're cool.
Very good.
Under
So
the
this will
defending rulebook,
Mm.
there's a section for cover. Where
Yeah.
if you're in cover, you take half the damage out of mitigation. Would me
Mhm.
being in that cart count as being in cover?
No. Because they're
Probably
in
in this
with
case.
you.
Yeah, probably from ranged
'cause-
attacks, but not from someone that's right on top of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it wasn't spiders that are like known for crawling into small areas and killing things, then maybe.
Even if they're half the size of a human.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the cart can carry 2 people, so it can carry 4 spiders.
But I'm also into it with the barrels. Like,
Fair
there's
enough.
not that much room.
Doesn't matter. Come on.
Enough room for the spiders to jump
They're
on top
on
and
the
claw at
barrels.
you.
Alrighty. Punch spider in the face. All 8
Infernal
eyes.
blow.
Infernal blow. Fist catch light. Boom. And just come on down.
Nice.
Nice. Send a 45 right back at him.
That's a single target skill, right?
It is.
All right. So the fire hits the spider and it screeches. The one you're attacking, I guess the one on the left that Kayla missed. It screeches out loud. It's never felt this before. The flames burn it, and it passes through its resist, and you actually killed it. So what does that look like?
That means it explodes in a massive ball of fire, doing the same amount of damage to all the other enemies in the same zone.
So the other spider just sees its buddy explode, and the explosion puts flaming spider legs on it, and it starts to burn and screech, and it runs off in the darkness before crawling up and dying on the wall itself.
Thanks.
Pop.
Pop them spiders. Yeet! Alright, so now we're back up to spiders again. East and west spiders.
Yep.
One of the oh gosh, don't do east and west and then change it to left and right and then change it to
One on
east
the
and
right
west.
is a nice wall. The one on
Yeah.
the
Oh,
left,
sorry, I mean, technically it's
the 2 on the
north and
right
south
are in the ice
spiders.
wall.
Right and
Oh no,
left,
no,
sorry.
right and left. Just go right and left. We're
Right and
already
left
throwing
spiders.
numbers in here. We got spiders.
Two
I
on
don't like them.
Rain of arrows, they're possibly
Spiders.
stunned.
The spiders on the starboard side are gonna attack the wall real quick. Oh God, come on!
Less spaces.
Yes. At least you're getting the slash roll, bro.
Why did I copy? I copied and pasted this from the one that I failed on. Why did I do that? So
I love it.
the spiders on the right, you can hear them clawing at the wall, and they do a little bit of damage to it. You can see their forms through the thin ice, but they don't quite make it through yet. And the spiders on the left are still walking kind of slow from getting hit by the arrows, but they're moving forward to attack.
No, they were stunned, weren't they?
So stunned is unlucky on their next attack roll. That's what stunned does in other people.
Awesome.
Yeah, so they are going to attack. So let me see. Tiberius was the one who dived into the cart. They don't see anybody to attack there, but they see Morien just pop somebody, and you attack the one on the left, which means Kayla is on your right, and that means that you're near the spiders, so they're gonna come and attack Kayla.
Of course they are. And you didn't say that you were defending me. You had to declare it as your minor action.
Sorry. Okay.
Mm. He's too busy burning spiders, so does 30 cold damage.
I'm just looking at it going, that was fun.
30 minus 13.
Lucky that they were
Did 17 damage
they were
total.
disadvantaged on that. They were stunned and moving slowly, but they're still able to get a swipe when you weren't ready for it. They would have crit.
Oh yeah, they would have too. Cool. So 17 damage. 56 minus 17. Cool. So I'm at 39. Okay. And it didn't break my threshold.
All right. Now we're back up to the top.
That's me.
Tiberius.
Well, I'm gonna
Tiberius
chug a
card,
health
yes.
potion and go back up to 16 life.
Right?
And then I'm gonna fire a rain of arrows directly up. That's
Into
my
the
only
air.
Lucky
option.
there's no friendly fire in this game.
Like, but the spiders are still on top of a cart yet, so like, I'm
Yeah,
in
yeah,
between arrows, the
they're
spiders,
clawing
like,
at you in the
directly
cart.
above me. So
Don't use any fire.
Yeah. A few small holes in the top of the black powder barrels is going to be okay.
Do you find he carved the tips out of flint by himself?
38.
The 8 damage. Oh, now that hurt him a little bit. Definitely the spiders on top of you get knocked off the cart, but they're still moving. They're kind of crawling around and trying to get back up there. All right.
That's my turn.
And those same spiders, which is the only one left in this battle group, after getting knocked off the cart by the arrows, they climb back up, and they see that there's fire to their south, and they see that there's burning spiders, and they're actually going to run. They run away, limping off into the darkness. And they run to the left-hand side, past their brothers, and screech off into the darkness.
Can we do some sort of roll to try and like shoot them as they
Yeah.
run?
Yeah, you can make a maneuver check because they're in your area to stop them from running.
Maneuver check.
Green.
3.
Able to easily escape being spiders and all, and on the outside of the cart, you jump out, you pop up like a like Pop Goes the Weasel and try to grab their legs, but they just slip out of your hand and run off into the darkness, screeching. Seeing that happen, the spiders behind the wall also run off into the darkness, hearing the screeches of their brothers, leaving one last group of spiders. Right? Yeah.
Yep. The ones that are engaged with me.
Mm-hmm. And attack Kaylah. The brothers that ran past them, they see that, and they actually are going to run too.
Okay, so I have to roll a opposing maneuver, hey?
Mm-hmm. If you want to keep them in the area, or you could just let them be.
Morien would be able to do that as well, wouldn't he? He's in the same area.
Yeah, I'm in the same area. I was just thinking.
True. Yeah.
Maneuver. Yes. Ooh, straight flat for me. Nothing.
Of course.
I want to keep them there. I'm going to kill them now. Stuff that.
Nope.
No, they're staying.
You have a 6 to maneuver? Nice.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dex. What's a Dex?
So Kaylah is like, oh hell no, I'm fed up with these spiders, and you're able to stab one's leg to keep it from moving too fast, and it's still in your area.
Cool. And it would now be player turn, wouldn't it? Or whoever.
Would be.
It's Quizzix. Go.
Yeah, pass. You guys got it covered.
It's actually, yeah, it's Quizzix, sorry. I put the spiders before you because they're all trying to run, but now it's all player slots.
Cool. You can still do a minor. You can still do, like, if you want to do something. Or you could feed someone a flask if you wanted to. You probably won't, because you're an
Feed the
asshole.
spider a flask.
No, I don't need to. You guys have got it covered. I'm just shouting after the ones that are running off, and stay out.
Okay, so that's me now. I'm going to Viper Strike one more time, because I have just enough mana to do so. Well, got plenty of mana, but... so Viper Strike... Oh, actually, what I wanted to do, I want to try... Enduring Cry as my minor. I just want to see... Well, they're already engaged anyway, so all it's going to do is give me the... I'm just trying to find where the charges are to see what it gives me. There it is. Endurance, Frenzy, and Power Charge. So it's going to give me and also Morien 2 endurance charges, is that correct? That's my understanding of it, which doubles our armor and resistances.
It's 1 base, I believe.
Let me reread it again. I did have it up just then.
Forms a war cry, adding endurance charges equal to the number of enemies in your zone, up to your endurance charge maximum.
Which is 1 by base, unless you
Oh.
have anything that
Okay.
affects it.
Cool.
All enemies in the zone are engaged by the player as if they'd been hit
Oh
by
no, it's 2. It's 2. They changed it from 1 to 2 recently.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah, it was 1 when we started the campaign, but now it's 2.
Cool.
When I gave you the skill, it was 1.
Yay! Okay.
Is it going to all of us?
No,
is
only
it
the people in the
just,
zone.
It just says adding endurance charges equal to the number of enemies in your zone. It doesn't say who it adds the
Yeah,
charges
it
to.
only goes to the person that cries.
That's what I thought.
The cry itself.
Okay.
It would be way too OP if it gave it to everybody in the zone.
Oh, I do think that might be like a notable or something. I think there's actually the share charges
Yeah,
as one of the
conduit.
conduit. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I've doubled my armor and resistances until the end of my next turn, and if I consume them. Okay, cool. Anyway, but while I'm not consuming them, it's 4 armor and resistance per charge, so it means I've got an extra 8. And then I'm going to cast Viper Strike on the left one again. And hope.
Did you have any mana for all of that?
Just.
Okay.
Only because I'm assuming my mana regened out of combat from the boss fight that we had ages ago.
Mana's fine out of combat.
Cool. Alright. So I do hit the left one.
Oh yeah.
Hit it for 20 damage. Or a total of I've done 20. Then it's reduced. It's so it's a physical ability that poisons it. So I've put 2 stacks of poison on it because I'm dual wielding.
Yep.
It'll take 12 damage at the start of its next turn, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unmitigatable. So the claw itself doesn't actually do that much to the left spider, but you leave a scoring mark in it that just starts to smoke up a little bit with both of your attacks.
Yeah. 6 physical damage per stack is 12, ignores armor, and lasts for 2 turns.
Was there 1 or 2 spiders still here then?
Just the one.
2 spiders.
There is 2?
Yeah.
Oh, there are
She
2.
stopped.
Okay.
They roll together. She stopped the group.
Right.
They're big buddies, so they're not going to run.
That's
unless the
what
other
he
one
said.
does.
Yeah. Well, I just hit it with Inferno Blow again.
And the one that Kayla attacked, I'm assuming.
Yes. The one with the lesser amount of hit points.
Mm.
The one more likely to pop.
That just barely doesn't do it. It burns the spider. His half of his legs are gone. He's not looking very good at all. But he's actually still standing. Just you don't even know how. He's moving very, very slowly.
Well, if somebody manages to still kill him during this round, he could still go boom. If he
I think
dies,
that was it, wasn't it? Is it?
Goes back to that. Oh, goes back to the top.
Actually, yeah. So
he's the end
Tiberius.
of the round.
Yeah. They're going in a different order because they're just trying to run. So now it's Tiberius gets a chance to stop it. You all get 1 chance to stop it before they try to run again, basically.
I'm gonna do the same as last time, random arrows him. Surely.
So yeah, that pops the spider on the left, which I'm assuming does a 38 damage to the other one too. Now it's looking rough as well, taking the brunt of the rain of arrows and the explosion from the fire. It just destroys the spider on the right as well. The explosion from its other buddy throws it against the wall and it curls its legs up and dies. And you have killed all the spiders, save for the ones that got away.
And we killed
killed
all
half
of them
the
except for the ones that we didn't.
we killed half the spiders.
Half the spiders, 4 of them, ran off into the darkness screeching, seeing the big fire explosion. Some of the fire, one of the burning legs of the spiders lands on top of the cart and on top of the barrels with the gunpowder in it. But nothing happens.
You're evil.
As a minor action, I'm also going to chug a health potion.
Well, the combat's over, so you can do what you do. But the barrel has a burning spider leg on it right now.
So
It's
how
just sitting there burning.
Tiberius
yeah.
is in the car.
Tiberius is really close to the cart. Oi, get that burning thing off! It's going to explode, Tiberius!
I swipe with my bow. I kind of like knock the spider leg away.
As you knock
And
the
your
spider leg
strength.
away, a bit of the top of the barrel comes up a bit, and the spider leg falls into it, but nothing happens.
Son of a bitch. I walk up the other roasted spider, pull off one of the legs, like crack it open like you would if it was
Crab?
a lobster or a crab, and just pull the meat out.
Is that any good? I haven't eaten for a really long time.
Oh, it's very good.
Sin gave y'all some snacks.
Okay.
Your bags.
That's
Yeah, we had food before we set out, and we've got
Right.
snacks.
cool.
Inside the barrel, you
notice.
noticed. I'm assuming everyone, being rational human beings, runs to the barrel to try to keep the spider leg from burning it further. When you look inside, you see that it's sitting on top of brown dust, unlike the black dust that you saw from the other barrels within the barn.
Damn it.
Wait, is this? What? That's why it didn't explode. This isn't the same stuff as in the barn.
Smell it? No.
It smells like burning spider.
No, but I meant the barrel of dirt stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, that has a burning spider leg in it, so that too smells of burning spider.
Well, it's not exploding in my face, so fair enough.
The cart starts to slowly start back up and move again, and it's moving down the track. The light is slowly leaving your area.
Well, it's not leaving my area. I'm chilling in the cart still.
Yeah, Tiberius waves at you all as you run fade
Keen
into
to
the
keep up
darkness.
with it.
Okay. Anybody else gonna keep up with it, or would you rather die in the cold dark?
Oh, I'm going to move along with it, sure.
Tiberius still sitting in the cart, having a sweet ride, thinking everyone else is an idiot for not thinking of this. Walking is for losers.
No, I am going to get out of the cart once people start catching back up.
All right. Being the gentleman that he is, he gets out of the cart and decides to walk in solidarity with his team.
So,
All right. So,
well,
no?
well,
All right.
yeah, go. Let's see what's happening.
Okay, so having no other choice but to walk with the cart, going back through the darkness and not knowing how to reverse this thing would mean certain death. The cart slowly moves through the darkness, and eventually, after a long while of winding through the cave, you do feel some cool air breeze in your face, and there's an opening ahead, and it opens out into just pure darkness. You can't see any stone around you or anything. You're in a massive chamber, and the only thing you can see is the tiny bubble of light in which the cart gives off. The cart does seem a bit dimmer, but still not flickering or anything like that. You can't see the walls of this cave at all, and it's cool air in here, but you can see slowly as you move closer and closer ahead of you that there is a white light, and there is a growing cave full of crystals coming into view. The slow the cart moves towards it. Within that crystal cave is a tall, black-cloaked man standing with his back to you, looking at all the crystal veins around him. The cart reaches the end of the track and stops with a
I'm stealthing, please.
How? Oh, you're hiding. Where are you hiding?
Sort of just behind the cart. The guy, he's still got his back to us. Is that correct?
Yes.
So, okay,
Yep.
so I'm not in his direct line of sight. I'm going to get sort of so that the cart is in between myself and the
All right.
guy, and sort of
You're hiding
crouch
behind
down
the
behind
cart.
it. Yep.
Which is easily
Can you
done
phase
considering
run?
he is not looking at you.
No, I don't even have to phase run. I'm just stealthing.
Yeah, you don't have to stealth roll unless somebody's looking for you.
Oh, how much mana
So-
did we get back for killing those spiders? I'm trying to remember. Do we get mana back or not?
Mana goes back to full.
Oh,
Yeah, mana goes back to full.
Flask.
Charges on
Flask.
your flask. Yeah, so one
Flask
flask
charges.
is back full basically from
Okay.
killing those spiders.
sweet.
Because he doesn't tell you the exact amount of souls, so one flask is fine for now. So you guys could try to drink one right now if you want before this. You have all the time in the world, considering the man is not paying any attention to you. He's just turning, looking at the crystals. So you could try one thing real quick. And flasks don't count.
I stealthed, and I don't need to
You stealth.
ask. Well,
Can we do a perception check to see if we can see anything else about said
You
man?
certainly can.
Nope.
Yeah, no. So
Maybe
the black figure, the tall black figure, looks slightly familiar to you, but with the dim light, it's sort of hard to tell. The light of the cart and the cave connects. You can see a full lighted area between you and this man and this crystal offshoot cave. Anyone else want to try anything?
How far away is the man, approximately?
He is about 2 peoples away from you.
Okay.
So not that far, but far enough that can't get a good look at the intricacies of his body. Plus the cave, it's in weird orange light. He's in bright white light with these crystals. So if there's nothing else,
No, I am good.
maybe you should go punch him.
signature move.
He hasn't said anything to make me want to yet.
Fair enough.
Yet.
Only when they start talking with like dialogue that someone has painstakingly written does he punch them. All right.
Just the
One
light.
insulted my god, and one was clearly about to start a fight.
Does the light from the cart or the light in the cave extend like far enough to the walls where the gems are kind of encrusted?
You can see, yeah. So the light from the cave and the cart they meet each other, but you can't see the walls of the chamber you're in. Really, you could just see some stone. It looks cut almost like it's no way this growed naturally. You can see some stone on the outside of the mouth of the cave in which the man is standing in.
I kind of walk to about the edge of where the light bubble is, and like peer into the darkness at the walls, trying to see if I can make out anything, which I assume I can't.
Okay, yeah, give it a shot with your perception, or possibly the magic fire that you have in your hands.
Nope. It's black. I'm likely to be eaten by-
Unfortunately, as far down in the ground as you are in the deep darkness, you're unable to see anything past your light bubble besides what is directly illuminated. As you walk up, though, the man turns calmly, and it's Sin. Oh, hello. I suppose you have questions. Well, those will have to wait. And he waves his hand with black power in it, and each of you feels a massive pressure pushed down on you, and you're all pushed to your knees. He turns back towards the crystal cave. The closer I come to godhood, the less I remember what it was like to be a man. I crafted a glowing rock full of naught but lies. I shared secrets with spies, and I sacrificed an entire army, my friends, for just a chance at standing here at the cusp of transcendence. He looks back at you again. You were the last distraction I needed. Dropped in my lap, quite literally from thin air. I'm not sure how you made it through the darkness, but it doesn't really matter now. He turns back around. The first ones have turned on us. It would be easy to blame them for all of humanity's troubles, but in truth, humanity itself was the catalyst for its own destruction. Humanity carries the spark of divinity, and gods are made of heroes and monsters alike. Some of us are both. Once I am made a god, I will conquer all the other gods and destroy the bestial ones. Then I will take all the thaumaturgy from this world so that no power but mine will remain. You can't move, but you can still speak.
And you're convinced that's a good idea?
I have lived many of your lifetimes, enough to know this is the only path.
And what of innocence?
My brother tried to save humanity, tried to keep their spark, but it is the thing that corrupts them. I will take this from them so that they no longer have to live in fear of others gaining power.
Just in fear of you.
Yes. Would it not be better to have a benign god over everyone rather than many malignant ones?
Can I do a soul manipulation check to see if I can get out of his magic trap thingy?
Oh yeah, I mean, y'all can try to struggle. You can do soul manipulation and do whatever you want.
Does he know that I'm here?
Oh
That I'm
yeah,
stealthed? So
absolutely
my stealth
knows you're there.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
Just
do a soul
smushed behind
manipulation
the
check
cart, basically.
to try
He
and
is a demigod. He knows you're there.
Cool.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Is it soul manipulation?
Fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, that one's definitely
Tiberius.
soul manipulation.
Tiberius not doing too hot.
I'm gonna do the same just to see.
Okay. With a +10 too, Jesus. Oh,
Yeah, +10.
Tiberius. Upon using your soul manipulation skill, you gain a perk.
Perk.
Yeah.
Do I
So
gain-
upon using your soul manipulation skill, even though you failed, you realize you have an ability within you that you didn't know you did before. You place your hand down on the ground to try to release yourself, and you end up placing a strange marker there. And all you can feel from the marker is that it says escape, but you can't read it. It's just a strange bit of magic in the ground.
And the other one, Soulcraft, was the one to like kind of see or connect to another person's energy, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Maybe it's the other way around, but something like that. Soul manipulation is the ability to manipulate soul energy in devious and subtle ways. And soulcraft is the ability to understand magic and create wards against magic detection and all that.
I wanna like reach out and kind of try and detect the power of his souls or whatever, whichever one that
All
is.
right.
Not trying to escape, just trying to like
Yeah.
connect and see.
Kayla, I forgot to give you your perk as well for using your stealth, but it wouldn't really be relevant to right now, so I will just type it in the chat for you. Using your stealth.
Cool.
With an extra L at the end of that. Not anima, animal.
Enema.
Or anima, I guess. Any living creature, basically.
Fine. Can I take an endurance check to just stand the hell up?
Give it a shot.
I will. My endurance is
Your soul manipulation doesn't work either, Caleb. You're still smushed to the ground. You feel an immense power, though. Trying and reaching out and trying to do it, you feel an immense power pushing you down like nothing you've ever felt. It's like a mountain is standing in front of you.
So it's a soul manipulation to reach out and sense.
No, yours is
Yeah.
soulcraft. Oh, sorry.
It's soul manipulation to try and get out, I guess. Soul craft to reach out and sense. They sound like they would be the opposite of each other, but based
I'm
on
gonna do Soulcraft. I'm not trying to escape. I'm just trying to sense him.
All right. Yeah, you're not able to even move at all, Morien, with all your strength. Your bones creak and ache, your joints just can't do it, and no, still the sense is overwhelming, this power pushing you down, you're not able to focus enough to gather anything, but you do feel, you are able to sense enough that you can tell that this is a massive amount of power that would take more lifetimes than you could fathom to gather without significant intervention. So you can ask him questions if you'd like, but you don't have much time. He's reaching out towards the gems, and he starts to gather their power in his, and the light's dimming as he's doing that.
Guys, I think we're in trouble.
The light on your cart starts to dim as well, and it's flickering.
And you're happy to leave us here to die?
One last sacrifice. But as he says that, and the lights on your cart flicker and almost turn off, you see a blinding white light come behind you and like an explosion from the mines as a man, a blonde, tall man, crashes into Sin like a lightning bolt. He's a tall, blonde man. The light from his body illuminates the entire chamber, and the closest wall, the ceiling is about 40 or 50 meters high. He's attacking Sin with a large white spear. He's wearing a white robe, and he has a bloody ivy wreath over his head. He's wielding a white spear, clashing against Sin's black spear, and they're fighting within the crystal cavern faster than what seems humanly possible.
Are we still pushed down under Sin's power?
The pressure on you starts to lift as Sin focuses more on this fight rather than you, and you're able to stand normally.
I begin to stand up
Is
from my
the
crouching
light-
position.
Is the light from the cart completely gone and it's just Innocence's light now?
It's so bright from Innocence that you can't tell, but it looks like it's still on, barely. You can see the little glow, but the chamber is completely illuminated.
So we're not taking damage from the darkness.
No, not right now.
Should we try and help Innocence or the
Despite
guy?
Despite their quickness, they're standing on two separate sides, and everywhere Sin moves, the darkness follows and the light follows Innocence. You could still reasonably hit one or the other if you were to try to help them.
Should we just let these guys go against each other and get out of here?
Get out where? It's dark that way.
Can I have a look around and see if there's any possible exits at all?
Roll perception. As you look around, you don't find any exits, but you immediately notice that the bowl above you, the walls are covered in a massive mural spanning the entirety of the dome chamber, just above the entrance to the crystal cave, and it's huge in scale, starting at the beginning of the cave and ending there. And the closest thing you can see is it depicts countless strange creatures, deformed dark gray stone making up their flesh within the mural. And as it goes, the creatures are massing all over the picture, and they slowly start to thin down as the stylized image of a sun rises all over the mural, and then the creatures are burned away and replaced slowly with animals that you recognize from the world you know.
Does anyone
The
else?
cave that you entered in through seems to have collapsed.
Great.
Oh, yay.
I want to make a soulcraft check and reach out to the other three parts, the other three characters, like I did way back when, but
All right.
probably. And see if I can make
Now-
any better of a connection this time.
Time to summon Voltron. So you do make a connection to the three that you're with, and you feel extremely powerful soul that's very, very familiar to you. Between all of you, though, it seems like you're sharing the same soul. It has the same exact look beneath the skin. It seems that you're all the same person.
So it feels like we're sharing one soul as opposed to each having a quarter of one soul?
Well, if you're sharing one soul and there's four of you, then you each have a quarter of one soul.
Like we each have like a distinct piece of one rather than all kind of accessing the same one, so to speak.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Did we feel anything from that soulcraft?
Not really. He didn't reach out and touch it anyway. He just looked at you, so no.
And we're probably that focused on the. Well, I'm
Other
staring at this
than-
mural, trying to make heads
Well,
or tails
Tiberius
of it.
would have felt a twinge of something being attuned to soul manipulation, but he wouldn't have known exactly what it was. The gods continue to fight the would-be gods over the last crystal power. It looks like they're evenly matched,
Okay.
even
I'm
though...
going to go up to the crystal and hit it. I'm going to shatter the thing.
All right, so it's a massive cave full of crystal veins running through the dirt itself. You can try and hit the wall, though.
Oh, I thought it was like one last crystal he was draining or something.
No, he told you that the large crystal was a hoax, a lie, just to draw Innocence's army out so that he could be here, and you were the last distraction in the camp so that he could get through here.
So there's like veins.
He was the betrayer the whole time.
Yeah. Dickhead.
You trusted a man named Sin.
Well, there's
No,
nowhere
we
else
trusted
that
a man
we can
named
go,
Syndrel.
So
It was fluke that he
Okay,
was called.
so there's nowhere else we
we
can
can
go.
help one of them.
Morien wants to just punch the wall in frustration, I guess.
You could certainly do that.
Would it
Well,
have
I
any
thought it was-
impact if
Who
you did punch
knows?
it hard?
You can give it a shot.
I do
So
want
it's a
to.
vein of crystal?
There are crystal veins striding through the walls.
So tons of them. They're not all connected or anything.
Not in any way that you can see. Perhaps at the back of the cave, but there are two demigods fighting in between you and there.
Fair enough. I know, but he wouldn't know there's a possible impact point for a crystal.
Hmm. Okay, so you're not going to hit anything.
No, if it was the big one, but if I know he said the big one was a fake, then I'm not going to go hit a fake.
So I'm going to poke
Fake
you
isn't even
and
here.
point at the mural and say, do you get any of this?
I look up at the mural.
You can make a lore check.
A lore. Which would be what?
It's an int skill.
Yeah, one of the blue ones.
The middle blue one. Because I vaguely remember last week when we fought the wolves, you had a similar vision, right? Or you saw something similar to the mural. I think.
I don't know that he shared that with us.
No, I know. That's why I'm not saying anything. I just know that he's from.
Yeah, you know he's from a time that might be relevant.
I remember seeing the Vol stuff in the temple and other bits. Did I see that? I might have. I don't
Yeah,
remember
you
the
reached out to a
description
wolf.
Yeah, when you connected to the wolf, you saw what's looked similar to the creatures in the mural in the middle area. So
that's right, the corrupted things. Yes.
So because of your lore check, you remember that. You remember that these look like these look similar to the wolves that you fought, and they're like gray body parts and chitinous armor and everything, and the creatures at the beginning of the mural. You remember the old legend of the sun coming and basically starting the world, allowing all the creatures to prosper. But you don't remember what happened before the sun came.
But we know the sun burned them away.
You know the sun came and started the world. Full stop.
See, it's like a part of our legends. The sun came and the world began. Why it would be here or what it means, or how it's going to get us the hell out of here, I do not know.
The battle starts to hit a fever pitch. The blows become louder and louder, and the lamp on your card is flickering. Finally, it's about to go out. It's very weak.
So, Quiz, can you give us any light?
I mean, temporarily.
Worth a shot.
Regardless, the chamber is filled with the light of innocence right now.
Is providing that, so as long as he doesn't lose, we're okay.
Well, yeah, we probably want to help this guy that's keeping us alive, right?
Can we?
I
Did
don't
you
know.
sense
You can.
that amount of
You can.
power?
You can try.
It was intense, but he seems pretty intense too, this guy in the white robe.
Yeah, and so, I mean,
Do we just wait and see? Because I don't want Sindrel to win. He was going to sacrifice us. I don't want to be sacrificed.
I want to ice shot Sin. Try and slow him down.
Give it a shot.
give it a nice shot.
Mm-hmm.
Thing collapse, empty room. No other way out that we've seen.
I told you I'd kill you.
Indeed.
You hit Sin with your ice shot. You hit Innocent. Yeah, you hit Sin with your eye shot. And in the brief second that it takes for him to turn and try and defend himself from a magic arrow coming to it, Innocence runs him through. And the light that he was giving off earlier starts to dim, and it dims even more until it's just him as a normal man holding his brother. He catches Sin as he falls to the ground, pulls his spear out, and cradles his head and slowly brings him down to the earth. And for a moment, there's just everything is silent. Innocence's eyes, previously full of anger and determination, they open wide with shock at what he's done, and he's cradling his brother in his arms, and he begins to tear up and speak. Have I not paid enough? Have I not sacrificed? Is this what it means to become a god? Brother, I only wanted what was best for humanity. I wanted to lead us to the sanctuary land in the south, but now you will never see the salvation we both sought. And he closes his eyes for a moment. And then suddenly the pressure returns, and the party is all pushed down more intensely than before as he looks to you. And his eyes are growing an intense bright red. And he starts to speak in a deep, booming voice echoing through the entire chamber. No! We will ascend together, little brother. I will lose nothing more. You, and you alone, I will save. And he puts his hand out and begins to take all the energy from the crystals as you're pushed even further down. And finally, as the crystals dim and the light starts to go into his head, he puts his head on the wound where Sin was run through, and it begins to go into his body as well. The sulfite lantern goes out completely, and the two men begin glowing brighter and brighter. Innocence begins screaming as the two bodies are transfigured before you, their clothes burning away, and Sin's skin turning a deep black, and Innocence a shining gold. Sin's cloak flares out to become massive black feathers, wings, and Innocence wreath glows and grows into a massive size and turns the same gold, breaking into a massive stylized symbol of Innocence behind his back. Then, just as the last bit of power drains from the crystals, a massive explosion knocks everyone back deep into the darkness of the cave against the wall, and everyone is blacked out.
Well then.
Now you die. End of game. JK. So you have no idea how long that you were lying in the dark, but I'm going to need an endurance check from everyone. I really thought y'all were going to save Sin because of your racism against Innocence and all his stuff.
So it does seem like a very Kaylah thing to be against Innocence.
No, I'm just for life at the moment.
Yeah, Sin wanted to sacrifice us. We had to do something.
It was endurance,
Innocence's plan was to enslave all humanity under him, but either way, done now.
17.
Well, we don't know that because Sin lied. So
My plan was
maybe
to
it
go
was.
out and
True.
let them figure their differences out.
Alright, so did everybody roll?
That's 8, 11, 10, 12. Yep.
Mine's actually a 17 because it was a
Oh, yep. 17.
Cool.
nat 10.
Kaylah. Alright. So, you're awake, but you're unable to move, and you're in complete darkness, and you're being dragged across the ground. So, Kaylah, make a perception check. Your eyes open, but it's just to nothing but black. But you can hear the chittering and screeching of spiders, and you can tell that there's other bodies being dragged along with you. And eventually, the movement stops, and you can hear the sound of running water nearby. And then after a brief moment, you can hear a scratchy voice with a strange accent from the darkness. All right, now, I'm going to turn on the lamp, so y'all better crawl back out of here. Click. The dim light fills the room you're in, and you're in a pretty large cave of stone lying on an old rug next to a running stream. And there is an old naked man with a large spider tattoo covering his chest sitting in front of you on a piece of wood. Well, y'all don't look like Templars despite your little shirts there. Oh, sorry about the spiders attacking you earlier. Usually people that come down here are wearing those get-ups, and they're working for the pompous golden boy.
Golden boy?
Yeah, you know, Enos, Anus, whatever his name is. Either way, he's been just coming down here for weeks messing with stuff. And as he's talking, Kaylah, everyone starts to wake up. And you all leveled up.
Yay!
Sick.
Oh,
We
my
might
head hurts, but I feel so good.
boom! Anime power! Let's level up, and I'm gonna make a coffee when I finish leveling up.
Yeah, it's a natural point to
It's a good point.
take a 5.
Are
level
our
three.
items from the delve still unidentified at this point?
They are, so you can identify your items and level yourselves up.
Cool.
And try to figure out what the hell just happened.
Well, I think it's pretty clear.
Right, now because we're
You
level
saved
3...
what is essentially PoE's Nazi leader.
Fuck, what do I want as my keystone?
But what's pretty clear is that I can blame Tiberius for all future problems, should anything bad happen.
It's not my fault anymore!
Each session we have to determine whose fault it is. And now it's Tiberius.
The shit in this chapter is brought to you by...
Oh, so I get a Dex keystone now, because I've got 2
So,
basic ones.
4 skill points, plus 5 to an attribute,
This is
One
notable
better
keystone
keystone.
time.
and 1 base mana. And this is
And all
level
of you
3.
that have traits defined have found your traits for now.
Cool.
Because you all used your relevant things that I needed you to use in order to unlock them. The only person that hasn't got a trait yet is Morien.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
I've
so
got
decided to
heaps
go
of
away from
Soulcraft.
those. I'm going to go with Relentless Striker for now.
Okay, so
Okay,
plus
Remember,
4.
talk about what you're doing so people can hear it in the video.
Oh, that's also what I might do. I might show that as a sheet that can be seen.
I'm having a look.
Alrighty. Attribute.
I just saw everybody's life go up when I went to the data tab. That was really cool on the graph. I need to figure out more stuff to do with this. This is cool.
Character level 3. Strength plus 5. Thank you.
Or it's just like more strength, and a
So
little
are you
bit.
at 35 now? Strength? Oh, that
Yeah,
didn't
including
update.
Yes.
Why didn't that update for me? Alright, I'll figure that out later.
No, the Whamalam. Actually, base wham is level, isn't it? Or not?
No, base. You just get 1 base wham. You get at level 10. I think it goes to 2.
Ah, okay. It's per whatever they call
Tier.
it. Tier. That's the
Okay, so I've put my 5 points into dexterity, obviously. I am up to 7 total. No, that's not adding up properly. Oh no, I'm up to 8 total mana.
Base mana should be 7.
Yeah, base mana 7 plus 1 from a keystone.
I put my 5 into int, and I'm having a look at these notables.
Okay, so Tiberius, I put another 5 into Dex. I put some more point into Athletics, Soul Manipulation, and Maneuver. And I've taken Relentless Striker for more wham. So I get plus 2 wham, so I'm now at a total of 7 with my bow.
My charm is going to come in use for 1 day.
Yes,
Worth
You can
putting
always
points in it.
use it
Yeah, I know. I've just got to
Okay.
think about it when I.
when you want to be charming.
Yeah.
horrible. We should.
1, 2, 3.
And am I able to roll this magic amulet?
Yeah, roll your items up. Tell us what you get.
Did anyone want the
If you have
magic
the-
axe?
I mean, it can be used with dex skills.
22. Oh no, that's not right. I roll.
Yeah, roll 1d10 first when you're identifying a magic item to see if it's rare.
Oh, it's rare.
Nice. Now you
And then
get
I
2
roll-
modifiers on it.
2 D100s.
Yep. 29.98. What are you're looking at amulet, right?
Yes.
29 is reduced stunned enemy speed by 2 per tier. And 98 is 1 wham per tier. Nice. Reduced stun is actually useful for you because you do fizz with the rain of arrows, but you got +1 wham on that thing too. That's a pretty strong amulet.
Nice.
The implicits of amulets are listed as well. And that is an amber, so you have 5 strength on there.
That's 5 strength.
I think I am going to take Sanctity and increase both my life and energy shield by 20.
Did your wham go up more in? You had more strength?
It will. We get to choose from the nice keystones now, don't we?
Double time.
Okay,
Right, I'm going to roll for the leather boots.
I'm also taking Relentless Striker as my keystone, which
Nice.
increases my wham by 2.
7, so it means it's just regular magic, right?
Yep. Sorry, no, hold on.
Was it 8 to 10 for rare?
It is 8 to 10, you're right, yep. Regular magic. 1 mod.
20.
See, for boots. 1d6 to random skill without an attribute, so roll a d4 to find out which skill, then d6 to find out how much you get.
Number 3, which is Intimidate.
And guess I go Juggernaut.
So +4 to Intimidate.
More intimidating boots. I think that if you give those boots to Kaylah with her intimidating claw and charm skill, she's going to be an RP Mancer.
Yeah, I mean, I have no particular use for those boots if you want them, Kayla.
My boots have a lot of life on them, and I'd really rather... My boots are rare, they've got stealth and life on them. I'd really rather not drop
That's
them. They've got 16
What's
life
the
on them.
boots?
Anybody else want
Yes,
magic
nice.
leather boots with +4 Intimidate?
I mean, I've already got +4 on my bow. I would be changing. I would be doing exactly the same, except dropping out soul manipulation. For
What else was on there? Just Intimidate.
Intimidate, yeah. I mean, if you don't have magic boots, then
I only got just plain leather ones, so.
take them.
yeah, you might as well have.
+4 Intimidate it is.
Oh, I think I can now drink that or use that Whirling Blades gem that I stored in my backpack because I already had too many green skills.
Yep.
Nobody else wanted that, did they? No, because we put it into gem, otherwise you would have taken it. So may I use...
I think you're the only one who...
Can use it anyway?
Morien can use it.
Technically, Morien can, yeah.
Just slapping people in a circle.
But he's already got leap, slam, and dash. So.
Now, would this actually be the right time for me to consume a soul gem? Probably not, eh? We'll leave
You
it for
can
now.
if you want.
It's downtime.
Yeah? Okay.
Are you doing so?
Yes, I am doing so. I'm going to take that gem out of my backpack, grab it in my
Yeah.
hand, and look at it intently. And I remember thinking that I'd seen... I remember when we sort of decided to capture it, I started to see a scene of...
Of something, and then
someone...
it was sucked in.
Yeah. So...
Are you consuming it?
I am consuming it. I am looking at it
You break
intently.
the gem. trying to figure out how you consume a rock.
Yep.
And then you decide, I'm just gonna crack this thing and drink it like a beer. And you crack it, and you put the soul up, and it absorbs into you. And you start to see a picture of a live small man running through a battlefield. His head's smaller than the rest of the people, but he jumps in between a battalion, and as he lands on the other side, 3 or 4 men fall over dead. And now you know Whirling Blades.
Now I know Whirling Blades. Excellent.
You can do that. You can immediately do what he just did in your vision because magic.
Magic. Yeah, magic. So I've leveled up. As I said, I've now no longer got that Whirling Gems. I do have the magic axe, which I need to... Oh, I can roll it later. If nobody wants it right at this point, I'm going to roll it later because I really need to make a coffee.
Coffee would be good.
Can we have like a 5 minutes?
Yep.
Yep,
Is
it's
everybody
good.
okay with that?
I'm good.
Cool.
I might grab a quick snack.
Alright.
Hmm.
I'm gonna change everything I wrote because I thought y'all were gonna choose Sin. Just kidding.
Can you stop doing that? It makes me feel so bad. It's like someone just
Hey man,
punched
you
him.
guys chose basically the Hitler of PoE.
Well, really, Tiberius chose.
Yeah, that's true.
You're gonna
We didn't
fucking
even-
sacrifices.
He's a big fan of Innocence though. He was a Templar, so that
That
tracks.
fits. That fits.
Character.
Okay.
From my point of view, I wasn't really a particularly big fan of either,
Yeah,
based on what I'd heard of Innocence and what I've seen of Sin. So
you don't know who these guys are at all. They're just some assholes throwing you around.
so I was keen to stay out of their overwhelmingly powerful way.
Kayla hated it. For you, the bow shot heard round the cave.
How do I do this? I want to put... Okay, just be quiet for 2 seconds while I put the break screen on and I turn your microphones on.
Off.
Never mind, it's... working? No? Professional streamer, guys. Don't worry. Alright. Actually, no, you don't want it on while we're on break. Never mind.
Don't matter.
And we're back.
During the break, we decided the old man had a tiny penis, and he, drew a lot of attention to it during the last scene.
I am going to quickly roll that axe, the magic axe that I picked up. So my first is going to be a roll 1d 100 or 1d10
1d10
to find out if
identify
it's.
it.
Yep.
Then 1d100 to find out what it is.
That doesn't work if I put it in the wrong. I just whispered Baylor. I'm like 1d10. Okay, so 5
So it's just a regular magic.
magic axe, and now it's a 1d100.
Mm-hmm.
Find out what the stat is. So 52.
52.
All you need is a
It's
buffer.
1d10 lower enemy threshold. So roll a d10.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
Nice.
Wait.
10 lower enemy threshold.
Nice. Now, is that just like when I hit them with that, or
When you have that piece of gear equipped,
equipped? Okay, cool.
then
So-
attacks you do reduce enemy threshold
10
for purposes of
right.
Enemy
Coopz.
threshold. Cool. So I've just made a note of that in my notes. That's in my backpack, and that's it. Hey, that was it. That's rolled.
That is it on that one.
Perfect. Cool.
Now, claws allow you to add your wham to dex and int skills, so do daggers. So you can use spells with those two and still do just as much damage as your attacks.
Cool.
But with the axe, it's dex and strength.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You can use the axe with your current skills because it does deck stuff.
Yep.
You just might not want to thematically.
Yeah, the axe adds an extra wham too. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, is that what it's implicit is?
It adds
Yeah.
an extra 1 damage per wham, right? Like it adds.
One bonus damage per wham. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
so it's as if
Okay,
it
so it's an
adds your roll of 1d10
Yeah.
before multiplying, sort of thing. Equivalent.
Anybody else got any gear to roll?
All done.
oh, no.
I think everybody got magic except for Morien.
You got nothing. Good day, sir.
Would have got magic had he believed in the heart of the cards.
Yeah.
Everybody leveled?
I'm leveled.
I think so.
I'm
Let
all
me just
good.
check. 4 skill
Sure.
points, yes. Plus 5 int. 1 keystone, 1 base mana. Yep, I'm all good.
Right? Tiberius and
look at your-
Morien.
Yeah, I'm all good.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
90
Alright.
energy shield. Are you for real?
Tanky AF.
I've got to get my Frostwall health up somehow.
We got
Mm.
81 life on Morien. I love this little. I should show people what I'm looking at.
Quizzix has a pretty sweet Frostwall build going.
I like how Quizzix has more life than I do.
Actually, I need to put
Like
a
not
link.
not energy shield. More
Only-
flat life
only 'cause
than
of
I do.
Because of that notable I just picked up was 20 life, 20 energy shield.
Well, don't worry, because it's all going to get taken away when y'all die here in a
You
second.
keep saying
Again.
that, and nothing happens. We never found out what that brown powder was either. Anyway, so
It was just dirt. They
Oh, it was.
replaced the explosives. See, the explosives they replaced those with were in the barn. You could have taken them out and used them, but you left them there. And then they put decoys out in the building with the wires because they knew y'all were coming because you were betrayed.
Yep.
The real explosives were stashed in the barn where you fought the boss. He was going to use them to blow you up, but you killed him really fast.
Get froze.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then
All right.
we put power into the thing before loading the cart and then panicked. It's definitely the
Yeah,
right
no,
order
it's
to
not.
do things.
All right. So if everybody's good to go, no other gear to roll. You're all waking up. Kaylah is having a conversation with an old naked man who's sitting on a piece of wood, about a few feet away, about a meter away from her. She is asking him a couple questions already, and he's just talking. He's got a pretty long beard, long hair. It's like he Hadn't really groomed himself in quite a while, but he's got a big spider tattoo on his chest.
What are they saying?
Well, she asked. He said that he's sorry about the spiders attacking y'all because he thought you were working for the pompous golden boy because of how you're dressed. But once he figured it out, the spiders, he called them off. That was the last conversation they had, last thing they talked about.
So I'm certainly not a Templar. I've told him. Certainly not a Templar. This was a disguise. How where exactly are we?
You're still in the mines, just in a little hidey hole. My home, actually.
I sit up and shake my head. Oh,
You look like one of them tribesmen from up in the northeast. How'd you make it down here?
it's a long story. Oh, in the mines, you say? Oh, blimey.
Yeah, so I guess it's been a while since I've talked to other people, but I think most of the time you're supposed to ask your names. So you can just call me, and he looks around, he looks up at the cave. Man, yeah, caveman, I guess. Anyway, I'm the high priest of the great Venomous, first of the night and last of the first ones.
I glance at
What?
Morien.
Me too.
And who? What now?
Venomous, you know, spider lady, big, dark, does a lot of killing in the night and drags people off, has spiders. Come on now. She's famous. I found y'all being consumed by the darkness and had my supplicants here carry you back. And you hear some chittering off in the dark behind you.
She has not been maddened like the others.
She's the last one. All the rest of them been corrupted by an ancient evil, something that ruled this world for untold eons before the gods, and before the light filled the world. When the gods came and the sun shined, well, they didn't like that too much, and they've been trying to find their way back to the top of the food chain ever since. You may have seen some corrupted beasts already. They do love humans.
We saw some wolves. They looked
Yeah.
weird.
What kind of ancient evil?
Well, it ain't exactly an inspired name, but the best name I could come up with was the Lightless. On account of them not being able to survive in the light, you know, not liking it too much.
And so you've hid from them in the dark of the mines?
Oh, this is my temple, son. I ain't hid from nothing. It's just Venomous is a little harder to corrupt. Being first of the night and all, she was a little bit more ready for the Lightless than the rest of the first ones. This is her house. But it won't be too long before they focus all their efforts on her once they took out the rest of these humans.
Is there like a little, I guess, shrine in here then, or?
No, not really. It's just a big cave. He's got some holes in the wall behind you in the stone that look like kind of cubbies, maybe, or spider lairs. You're not sure, but he's just sitting on y'all are on an old rug right now.
With clothes on.
Yes, he did not remove your clothes, knowing that that's how people are supposed to dress. He just didn't have any formal wear to put on before you came over.
Can somebody give him something to wear, please?
He scratches his beard.
Surely you're cold.
Nah, I don't really get cold. I got the power of my god flowing through me all the time. You should try it. It's very freeing.
I'm
Are
alright,
you
thanks.
off?
Mm-hmm.
If he is a minister of the Nightcrawler, dark and cold is his domain.
How does one let the power of your god flow through them?
Well, you see this big old spider on my chest here? You gotta become a supplicant to Venomous herself. You gotta give your body over completely and live with the spiders for about 10, 15 years. I don't suppose any of y'all will be willing to sign up. Regardless, I brought you here and saved you from the dark to ask you to help. Obviously, We're not doing too well down here. Our forces are kind of running thin, but you all seem uniquely able to deal with the lightless. Something about y'all's soul being 1/4 of what a normal soul should be. You kind of fly under what they would recognize, if that makes sense.
Caveman, this is the
It
third
does.
time I've heard that. What's
What do
going
you-
on with my soul?
What do you make of us?
Well, Night Mama don't really know, but looks like y'all been cut into 4 pieces. Distinct, but the same somehow.
This isn't where I'm meant to be. I remember being something before this. Anyway, so I don't really want to live with spiders for even 1 year, let alone 15. Maybe we can help.
What can we do to help you?
Well, that's good.
Pay you
Because old Night Mama ain't really one for helping other gods out. Or her humble and loyal high priest with some nice pants once in a while. And you hear spiders screech in the background. But you could possibly be our agents. Maybe go and try to find out what's happening to the other first ones and kick the lightless out. We could help you how we can, just not directly. We got some stuff for you, maybe. Things back here I've been collecting that could help.
Well,
What do you think, guys?
Sort
Should
of
we help?
stuff. I pipe up from the back.
whatever happened to sin and
So
innocence?
far, helping people hasn't exactly been a positive
Yes.
experience for
Helping
us.
or otherwise, it might not be a bad idea to investigate what's going on with these lightless ones. Whether we're doing it for someone else or for ourselves, I don't see a
As
problem.
y'all are talking, he turns back to the cubby holes and starts collecting things in his arms. You can't really see what he's carrying.
I think
Still,
I don't know how else we will get out of this if we don't try and
he's a
help.
priest. He's a priest of one of my gods, and the only one he says hasn't gone mad.
You think we should help?
We should listen at the least.
Okay.
Yes, I am willing to see where this leads.
Yep.
He's carrying a bunch of stuff back, and one gem falls to the ground, but he sits back on his piece of wood. Well, look, seeing as how you're trapped in the darkness with a bunch of spiders and no way out, I'd say you're going to have to at least agree to help. Anyway, I got some things for you that might change your mind on assisting us a little bit. And he hands everybody an orb of regret, which is this,
An orb of regret.
which I made and added it to the game myself. That's what it does. Resets a character sheet to level 0, allowing players to re-level their character back to the highest level they have achieved. Can only be used between sessions to avoid downtime. Skill gems are automatically extracted from the body. Any skills not reabsorbed by the user of the orb are destroyed. You can't put them in skill gems to save them for later.
Cool.
Ah, cool. Okay.
And
Pretty
each
cool
of you a transmute as well. Another transmute. Which you could use on your flasks too.
What is lighting this room that we're in, by the way?
Yeah, he's got a little lamp next to him. It's just a little like flame that he's lit up, and he turned it a bit to make it brighter before you woke up. But
Right,
it's a little oil lamp he's using. It's doesn't look like sulfur or sulfite or anything. And then he's also got a bunch of skill gems, but we'll let y'all decide what you want to do before he offers those to you.
That's all he's got. He hasn't got any jewelry or anything.
No, well, as you can see, I'm pretty hard up for any clothing. But I got these, and he puts a bunch of skill gems out in front of you. And he's got Elemental Weakness, Vulnerability, Assassin's Mark, Blood Rage, Herald of Ice, Caustic Arrow, Grace, Flicker Strike, and Vitality. And then the one that he dropped behind you, he's just trying not to look at that one. And also, well, there's one that you may not exactly want. I don't know if you want to use this, but it's called Essence Strain. And I'm trying to get rid of it, but it just keeps coming back.
Intriguing. Do you want to?
You can each take one.
Because there's
Yeah.
quite a long list.
Yeah, so you can each take one, and I just completely messed up my document. Okay, here we go.
Control Z.
And then he's also got an essence drain, but I would recommend looking that up before y'all just grab it because it's
I've looked it up. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was
very
about to say.
dangerous.
Quizzix is probably the only one that's anywhere near brave enough.
Well, you got yourself a nice little orb of regret if anyone wants to completely change their build.
So we can take exactly 1 gem.
Each of you can take 1.
What's Grace do? Grace armor.
Well,
They're all based on the spiders that are in the cave
Yep.
that fought you.
someone
vote
should
Morien
take a
gets Blood
curse,
Rage.
at least.
What?
Chaos.
Blood Rage also has some drawbacks, so be careful.
It does.
I know that's why I think Morien should have it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Thanks.
I should probably. I'm thinking I might take a Assassin's Mark and cast that.
So elemental weakness.
Oh yes, that's the
gives
other one that was there.
50% daily pen, and we do a lot of elemental damage. Assassin's Mark, where's it gone? Increases crit damage by 8 and crit chance by 1.
Okay, yeah. Where's Elemental?
So they are both good
Or you
choices.
could take Flicker Strike. I just want to see how that.
I'm already. No.
And we're in the delve. Yeah, take Flicker Strike.
Yeah. Delve. Flicker Strike in the Delve. Nice. Attacks against the cursed enemies have pierce.
Is Caustic Arrow a chaos thing?
Oh yeah.
Technically, no.
Cool.
Not in this.
It's a like
very
Lightning
few-
Strike isn't quite chaos.
Yeah, there's very few chaos skills in this game besides Contagion and Essence Drain because they're really wild what they do.
I kind of want to take Essence Drain, but I also kind of want to see what everyone else takes first.
I'm gonna take one of
He
the.
sees
curses.
you eyeing Essence Drain and he eyes you back and like, I don't know about you.
Whew, nope. Blood Rage is way nasty. Just could basically kill the party. Sure.
Yeah, you could eat your friends.
Yeah.
Always take vulnerability, vitality, Flicker Strike.
I'm trying to find vulnerability. That's the
Flicker Strike.
It's a blue gem
works
in
with
the-
Yeah,
for some
okay.
reason.
It's a physical one, which we don't do enough.
Yeah.
Like we are mostly
Yeah,
doing elemental damage, so yeah.
I would like to take Herald of Ice if nobody else wants it.
Just always convert your damage to cold.
Mm.
It's at choice, so at choice I can add 1 wham and convert to cold.
Right. Which, I mean, the frost is, Ice Shot's already cold. And
Yeah, but Rain of Arrows just is better because it hits multiple.
Sure, but you can make it cold with Herald of Ice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I can
cool.
make it cold.
I'm okay with that.
yeah, if he's taking that, I think Elemental Weakness is better than Assassin's Mark.
I'm
So
gonna take it.
are you taking? So Tiberius picks up Herald of Ice, intrinsically knowing he likes cold things, and cracks the gem, and you can see a large spider, completely blue rather than just its claws and its fangs, marching through the cave, and little bits of frost start to build around it as it walks, and all kinds of tiny creatures around it are just frozen behind it as smaller spiders come and start to feast on them.
I could take Vitality. I've got the space for it.
Yep, Vitality's a useful one.
Yeah, that would be helpful for everybody. I will do that.
All right. Morien picks up Vitality and just crushes the gem against his forehead, and it sinks into him. And he sees a spider with a broken leg sitting on the web, and then it flashes, and it's a few days later, and the leg starts to heal a little bit more, and then it flashes, and it's a few days later, and the leg is completely healed, and it's crawling across its web happily again.
And I'm picking up Elemental Weak. I'm going to ask Caveman if I could have Elemental Weakness, please.
This is the one. Yeah, here you go. And he hands you Essence Drain. Oh shit! No, sorry. And then here it is.
And as soon as it's in my hand, I feel like, no, that's not for me. And then I take.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Both of them are a curse, but So as you break open elemental weakness, you see Spider hanging over a unwary victim. Looks like he's wearing a Templar outfit, and he's in the shadows. And Spider spits a blue web down across the figure, and its armor starts to burn underneath the blue webbing.
And I'm just going to look at Quizzix now. After touching that gem, I don't feel good about it. And I know he's eyeing it.
Yeah, you definitely felt nauseous when you put that in your hand.
Well, I think the 3 other most useful abilities for me to take got taken. So it's pretty much Grace or Essence Drain at this point.
Essence
Take
Drain.
Assassin's Mark.
Essence Drain. Essence Drain.
Take Flicker Strike.
I can't use that with a staff.
And that's beside the point.
You just really want someone to take Flicker Strike, don't you?
I do.
I mean, I will take it as an empty soul gem, but I'm.
It's
I'm
already
dull at the
done.
moment.
Each of you only get one.
Oh, you only get one? Yeah.
He needs them
They
for
had proper weapons.
something.
But y'all did get a transmute too, don't forget about that. So anybody waiting on anybody else, you can decide if you want to use it, or you can give your transmute back to get another one of his soul gems that he has. Or you can use it on your flask, gear, you can eat it.
Let's have a look at Flicker Strike. What does it do? Because I would be willing to trade it. Oh, wrong stun. Wrong one.
Pretty cool. Does require 3 mana though.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some mana leech or something at some point. That'll be my next teleports a character to a
Well, you
single
can
area.
use your flasks.
Yeah, as mana, I know. Which
Yeah.
which is probably fine for me with the leech and then the regen. So guys, the regen works at the beginning of each turn. In case you hadn't read that. Oh, 3 mana. Oof. It's an attack.
Alright,
Yeah.
so
I might use the orb and the shield that I'm carrying, since it's just a plain shield.
I think I'm going
Alright,
to take
you're
Essence Drain for science.
Yay!
alright. So you reach out towards the essence strain that Kaylah dropped like a hot potato, and you, for some reason, you don't feel sick. I mean, being Vol origin, this is every day to you. You actually feel you feel a little bit of nostalgia as you pick up the gem, and then how do you consume it? It's not a suppository. It can be, but you won't get any skill from it.
I mean, is there a way to, like, mystically draw the energy out of a gem, or do I have to actually physically smash it open? Can I try
you
to
can make a
fish it
roll for it. Yeah, you can make a soulcraft roll for it.
So, Soulcraft?
Believe it is. Oh, God, I keep getting those two mixed up. 1 second, let me look. I remember they sound like the opposite of what they are actually called.
Manipulation. Bypass wards. Conceal yourself from detection. Try and fool someone into it.
Yeah, and it's soul manipulation.
Okay.
Also craft the practice and understanding of magic?
Yeah, but soul manipulation is an actual doing verb stuff, and soulcraft seems more like understanding
Soulcraft
things
is
and
used to
creating
extract
things.
a skill gem from an individual and place it in skill.
Oh,
Soulcraft does the
nice.
other way.
Okay,
Yeah, so I would
so
think
yeah,
that.
it's just the bottom.
So
Yeah, it's fine.
Soulcraft.
Soulcraft is fine.
Good, because I have a lot more pluses with that one.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I was.
Makes more sense that way anyway. Yeah, so you easily extract the power from the gem, and you're holding a deep purple, sickly-looking soul in your hand. Again, nostalgia is just filling your body right now. This feels like being back home and sacrificing a bunch of people for your studies.
I
As
like
the soul,
I kind of let it gently wash over and into my body.
the soul expands and thins out and washes over your entire form. As it sinks into your body, you see a massive spider standing over a group of explorers within the mines, and they were wearing clothes that you don't recognize from this era at all. They're extremely strange. But the spider drips a large amount of venom on top of all of the explorers, and the venom doesn't disconnect from its mouth. The venom hits all the explorers in a massive ball, and as they're dissolved, it sucks the venom back up with all the blood and the skin of the explorers.
And I'm also going to slam my transmute on my unmagical chest.
All right. Anybody transmuting? Roll a 1d100 and do it.
Yeah, well,
Morien. So you're doing your shield, right, Morien?
yes, yes.
And a shield is a armor. So that is 1d6 to random strength skill.
Strength. There's only 3 strength skills there. Yeah.
What did you use yours on, Quizzix?
My cloth chest, and I got 36.
36 is 1d10 times 3 increased threshold.
Wonderful.
1d3. Which skill do I put it on? It goes. Oops.
So it's a random 1d6 to random strength skill. So yeah, 1d3, and then find out which.
3. Survival.
Nice. Actually,
Not one we've had to roll yet.
makes sense.
Do we have a flask table for rolling for flasks?
Nope. But the flasks. Hold on.
I know they're in the different things that it can have in there. Is it? But how many are there?
Nice. Oh, 27.
Yeah, so 1d27. Know what you get. Or, oh wait, no, sorry. You were saying 20. You got 27. 1d14. Find out your random flask modifier if you use your transmute on it.
I think I might.
So my frost wall now has 72 health.
No.
Jesus.
Nice.
Righto. I'm gonna use my transmute on my flask because science and fun. So I'm gonna roll a
Roll a
1d14 and
Mm-hmm.
got a 13, which is
13.
rubber. Remove any shock effect. How boring.
Just like in the real game, unless you're fighting Ash, nobody cares about the shock effect.
Yep.
I'm gonna roll my flask as well.
All right.
Oh, actually, we don't have an extra flask yet, do we?
Somebody has 2.
Nope. Morien has 2.
Morien does have 2. Okay, cool. Just in case this rolls like granite or shield, and I can no longer heal, which will suck because I have no fucking life.
That's alright, I'll just frost wall you in every fight and you won't take any damage.
You can shoot outside the frostwall.
What was
3.
3.
Deadly. Regain 1 flash charge on crit.
Nice. That sounds good.
Should have taken
Should have
Assassin's
taken
Mark.
Assassin's Mark. Should have done this first and then known to take Assassin's Mark. That's alright, just take some crit passives in the future.
Mm-hmm.
1 fast charge on crit seems actually pointless.
Depends on how long the fight is.
It's a flask thing, you know? I mean,
Yeah,
flasks
I mean,
aren't supposed to directly...
it's better than shock. Remove shock.
Yeah, but like,
Anyway.
just putting it out there.
Yeah.
If it's 1 per crit, you've got to roll a 9 or a 10 pretty much for a crit, even when you start getting passives for it.
Sometimes, like, you could probably push it a little further,
1/4
but
of the
yes.
use.
This is let you get down to like 6.
But don't forget that the max is 10 and it uses 4. So you do have
Yeah.
2 left over. So you do only need to get 2 crits after having used it to gain an extra use. So because of that mismatch, that's not as bad as you think it is.
Are we
The
still
real
on?
game, it's awesome.
Are we still on the lower? Like, have we healed back up to full after being knocked out and? Nope,
You
we're
have
still on
not.
whatever we were. Okay, cool.
You don't know how long it's been, but you've been dragged through the dirt and by some spiders. They weren't exactly nice to you, so you don't regain anything. You have not rested yet. You do not get to ask me a question, Kaylah. But whenever everybody's done with all their gearing and statting, we'll move on.
We good.
Yep.
All right. So, looks like y'all looking a little bit rough right now. Nah, you can't really rest here, but we can get you out. But I need to know, are you willing to help? I mean, I think that if you free the first ones with their combined power, they might be able to help you figure out your little broken soul ordeal.
I mean, I'm happy to go on this investigation regardless of whether it's helping or not.
Sure, Eric. Little investigation ain't never hurt nobody. We're not asking you to kill any gods or anything. That would be crazy, right? Anyway, I think you should start with the Great Wolf. He's the closest. And those damn mutant pups of his been wreaking havoc all over Theos. The Great Wolf. He is one of the first ones, by the way. So Rigwald called to him and got taken over by the Great Wolf.
Yep.
But anyway, for some reason he doesn't have a fancy name like First of the Woods or whatever like the rest of them. But all the first ones in order of that I can remember him here. The Great Wolf is the one closest by. You got Feral, first of the plains. Sagwal, first of the sky. Creation, first of the deep. And of course, Old Night Mama, first of the night.
So we're gonna
Great
go
Wolf been
investigate.
wreaking havoc. Yep, Great Wolf been wreaking havoc all over Theos. He's probably the best place to check is the city out west. And with Golden Boy gone, I'm betting it's going all kinds of hell over there. Just follow the road out that camp, and I'm sure you'll find it.
And you'll help us get back to the surface, I assume.
Well, that's gonna be a little fun. And he shoos everybody away off the rug, and then he pulls the rug back, and you can see there's like a crudely drawn circle of runes sitting in the ground where you were laying. It's like in some white chalk. So yeah, I've been working on this. You just step on inside, and I'm gonna do a little bit of incantation. It should put you back outside, or, you know, most of you back outside.
Well, I'm already quartered. What could go wrong? I step in the circle.
All right.
I
So
guess-
we're only gonna try this once.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna come too. I'd rather be.
All in.
I don't
You
want
can-
to stay here by myself.
Yes, stay down if you want, but
Nope, I've stepped.
You
into
can
the
always stay with me, become a priest of
But,
you know,
15
Night
years,
Mama,
you can
she
earn
needs
yourself
more.
a sweet tattoo.
Yeah,
it does require the removal of your pants.
Yep. And if your penis is too large, you can't join. All right, so everybody's in the circle.
Yep.
All right. So as you all step in the circle, he walks around for a little bit, and then his eyes go wide, and he leans down and rubs out one of the marks and redraws it with some chalk, and then stands back up and cuts his hand and bleeds all around the circle and walks around. As the last drop of blood hits, the circle lights up in a bright blue magic, and all of a sudden you find yourself right outside the cave. Everybody's feeling pretty heavy nausea right now, but you were transported there pretty instantly, and most of your body parts look like they're intact.
Most.
Penises have shrunk.
Yeah. Some of you might now have astigmatism, but it's fine.
It is quite bright out here.
Actually, it's dark out now. The clouds obscure any stars, and the camp is still quiet, and it's nighttime, and you can't really see shit because there's no lights around.
Where are we? Are we like back in the camp, or?
You're right outside the cave in the mining camp, near the tracks that brought you in. And so it's empty. You can see a small light on the horizon through the western gate, which you have a pretty straight eye shot to. And then I'm going to need a perception check. Everybody real quick.
Can do.
Mine's a 0.
Kaylah's still way too nauseous.
Yep. And
Yeah, Kayla doubles over and vomits over to the side, having used the crude waypoint. Also taking waypoint refills all your flask charges. and that was the original waypoint. So, Quizzix, you can hear out of the southern gate towards the south. There's some scraping and growling and sounds of small blasts coming from somewhere to your left, which is where the southern gate is at.
Growling as in it sounds like wolves?
Yeah, well, it sounds like growling.
I think I hear something. Let's go investigate. And I march off in that direction.
I'm still being
Can't
sick.
see shit. It's extremely dark out, but you can try to march out there.
Well, I head over in that direction, perhaps a little more cautiously than marching.
Okay. There is bits of wood around you could possibly make a torch with. But it's fine. So make one second. Since you're going out there with no light source whatsoever by yourself, go ahead and make an athletics check real quick.
Oh yeah, here it goes. I'm going to fall on my face.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's all right.
So despite it being extremely dark out and you having no light source and no source of really much besides hearing something happening from the south, you managed to pick your way across the mining camp.
Is
anybody coming with him?
Dark.
Nope, I'm staying there because I'm not feeling very good at all.
All right, so the sounds start to grow louder and louder as you reach the southern exit. You can hear them there over the hill where you started from, where you left Chatterbox.
I glance back to see if anyone's following me at this point.
You don't see shit, because it's dark.
I want to do the thing I did before at the gate, where I summon a little bit of fire into my hand, but not like release it into an explosion, and just try to hold it there as a light.
Alright, so you don't need to roll for that, easy enough. You create a fire in your hand. Having done it once seems a little bit easier, and a sickly red fire glows within the palm of your hand. You can see your immediate surroundings.
I gesture like a come on action with the hand that's holding the fire back in the direction that I came from.
The rest of the party, you see a small light in the darkness, and it's just moving like this, but you're not really sure where it's coming from. Looks like a dancing candle in the dark.
Fine. Can I use like survival to try and make a torch then?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Do that. Or perhaps someone who is able to use fire can light up a piece of wood.
Why? I've got fire.
Gosh.
I've got a torch. It's in my hand.
Morien, not understanding why nobody gets this, reaches down and grabs an errant piece of wood from the track that had broken off and picks it up and wraps a bit of cloth around it and strikes it against the metal to create a spark, and it lights on fire instantly. And now he's got a little torch there. He's holding in his hand, and he's just looking at y'all like, why are you just standing here? And then he sees Kaylah threw up, and he feels a little sick, because he's one of those people that when you see somebody throw up, you start to throw up.
Can I request Morien makes me a torch as well?
Sorry.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Ask him.
Morien, please make me a torch as well.
Sure. I can have an attempt and scrounge around and...
Yep, roll it with advantage this time, because you already done it once.
What's it? Is it K1 to keep it, or...?
I can't remember.
Yep. I mean, in this case, D1 or K1 would both work, because it's 2.
K1 plus 16?
K1's what we want. 2d10 K1. You roll 2.
Yeah, so Morien's a survival master.
like
Easily creates another torch and hands it to Tiberius.
May I have one too, please?
So you see, I rolled 3 and 7, and then dropped the low, or I kept the higher one, the 7.
It does, okay. So roll 2d 10. Keep 1 plus 16.
Well, they were the same that time, but still.
Jesus Christ. Creates the best goddamn torch you've ever seen.
Yay!
And hands it to Kaylah.
Thank you.
trying not to look at you as he hands it to you because he doesn't want to see the vomit.
Can you there's a bit,
Oh.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna grab some water out of my backpack and wash. have a bit of a drink. Now we're good. Okay, Quizzix went off that way. We should probably follow him.
Agreed.
We don't want to
All right.
quarter about getting eaten.
You match up. You find Quizzix, able to find your way with all of your torches. And Quizzix has a sickly red fire in his hand. It looks a little bit different than the fire in your torch, almost like it's bloody. And you're all standing together
About
at the
time.
edge of the camp.
I can still hear the growling, right?
Yes, the growling is very loud, and now everybody can hear it, and the small explosions that seem to be coming from over the hill.
So that's where Chatterbox was. Maybe he's not still there, but someone's there. Let's go.
We going? Okay. Alright.
All right, you make your way up the hill in the darkness, and it doesn't take you very long, but as soon as you crest the hill, you see Chatterbox standing over the body of Timule, and about 8 wolves are surrounding him, trying to bite at him and growling, and he keeps firing wand shots at them. He's got 2 zombies now standing up as the bodies of some wolves are behind him, too. He's been there for a while, and he's looking pretty beat up. His mask has some blood on it, and his robe is all torn up. He's got claw marks throughout it, but you don't see any blood.
Chatterbox!
There's no friendly fire, right?
There
How
is no
many-
friendly fire.
How many wolves can I hit that are in the one zone with a fireball?
So there are 4 wolves in a zone. 4 are to his front, which would be the right in front of you, and then 4 are directly in front of you with their butts facing you.
All right, I shoot as soon as I see this scene. I launch the fire that I've been holding as a fireball towards the ones that are closest to us. That zone of 4.
You shoot the small, tiny fire. Go ahead and roll.
I launch a fireball. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that for thematic.
The fireball in your hand that you're using for light flares up, and as soon as it does, the wolves look up and see you with a massive bit of fire in your hand. And Chatterbox also looks over, and you hear one of his zombies gutturally go, "Oh, thank God!" And then Chatterbox falls to the ground. His zombies fall as well. Oh man! And you hit the wolves.
I assume your Wrath Aura is on.
Yes. Wrath and Determination.
You're able to hit 4 of the wolves with that much damage. So 4 of the wolves take a blow and they're knocked off their feet, but the other 4 are definitely going to turn around and lunge straight at y'all now. Finish it.
Hey, decent roll.
Oh, cool. I'm a big.
Yeah. Big.
23. Look at all these 10s I'm rolling today.
Yeah, that's what happened. You rolled a 10 before we started session. Remember?
Yep.
It primed you.
I thought it was gonna like mean that all my other rolls were gonna be bad, but it was obviously just the
So it looks like 3 player slots, 2 wolf slots, and then a player slot.
Looks like it.
That's my new way
Yeah.
of tracking initiative.
Well,
Max
hold on.
Peppy!
The last P should be at the end
Mo-
after both E's.
Morien is last. Yeah. So
Okay, then
3
it's
player
P.
slots, 2
Even better.
wolves, and a player.
T.
All right.
Keep.
So you've fireballed them. So there's a
Well, that was before combat. Like
yeah,
before initiative.
yeah. I know. So there's a pack sort of jumping towards us. The pack that you didn't
Yes.
fireball. Is that correct? All right. Who's
There
going?
is a pack that you didn't fireball that's jumping at y'all right now, lunging towards you. What's your marching order? Quizzix is in front no matter what.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm close to, but still behind Quizzix.
And I would like to take one of these first 3 player slots.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking, like, say, the
Fine.
first one,
I
so
think-
that I can
In order to
curse
not
them.
die.
I think 2 other people should take the first 2 player slots.
Yep.
And then, assuming that that pack of wolves that gets attacked is still up, I will frostwall the other pack.
Yeah. Whereas I'm
I would-
thinking,
I was thinking of going somewhere in the first lot so I can try and chill the pack at the back.
then let
with
me
my
Ellie
Rain of
weakness
Arrows and
first.
Paradise Ice.
Yeah. Does that help? Yeah, it does, because it.
Yeah, it halves their resist
Yeah,
against
which then
I
makes it
forgot
easier.
to mention, but the wolves are mutated as well, just like you saw before.
Yep. Okay. So is everybody okay if I go first?
Go for it.
Element of weakness sounds like a good plan.
I'm lost anyway, so I'm good.
You don't have to be, but
No, but it makes sense in this case that the 3 people with ranged stuff.
Oh, I rolled
So
the
we're
lowest
gonna-
anyway, so
So
Well,
the
the
just to
player slots we
confirm-
can adjust, however.
the plan is Ildriss is going to ice wall the walls at the front, and we're going
On
to
the ice wall, whichever zone you don't attack.
There's
So-
a torch standing near Tolmil's body that Chatterbox had slammed into the ground,
so we can
lighting
see.
up the general area.
So the close wolves are lunging at us, and the far wolves are still going to have to turn and start walking towards us, correct?
I think the closer wolves were the ones closer to us but facing away from us. I fireballed them. The other pack was slightly further away from us, but they've turned towards us and started coming this way.
They're both going to get to us in one turn. It's not going to make a difference. Like,
Do you want to pick the pack that I already damaged or the other pack?
Doesn't matter.
pack you've already damaged. I'm going to cast Elemental Weakness on the pack that you've already damaged, which is going to cost me 2 mana, but I don't have to roll anything because it's not a roll. So they are now... Do I have to roll anything? I don't, do I?
I
It's
don't
just-
think so.
It works? I bet it
Yeah, doesn't do any damage.
doesn't do
What
any
does your
damage.
elemental weakness look like?
It's a round rune type looking thing that's got blue, green, and red. 3 sections that are blue, green, and red, and they swirl around one another. And
A
it,
symbol above the wolves appears blue, green, and red over each in the area in which the spell was cast, and they're confused a little bit, but they're still coming strong.
and then I am going to move in front of Quizzix towards that group. But I won't reach them, I don't think, in this. Oh yeah, I could. But they're still coming, aren't they?
You don't
No.
want to reach them and then not
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah, and which I can't. Yeah, so I'm just going to move in front of Quizzix, so I'm sort of at the front, but I'm still in the same zone.
Mm-hmm. You stand directly in front of Quizzix, way too close for comfort. He can smell a little bit of vomit on you with his keenly tuned nose.
My turn, I guess, then. I'm
Yep.
gonna Rain of
It's
Arrows
magical
for the pack
vomit.
that is cursed, with Herald of Ice on for my +1 wham and the cold damage.
You have 9 whale. Jesus Christ. Wait, which pack did you attack?
The one that's cursed.
Okay. And the curse.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah. The pack that was fireballed and cursed, they were charging through you. They just got up after getting a fireball in the face. And as the ice rains down on them, you used Rain of Arrows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to kill them, but I will say that once the arrows shoot up in the air, they transform into icicles instead of arrows, and they rain down upon the wolves. And as each one hits, the symbol above their heads floating is consumed as the ice arrows fall through it to hit the wolves directly, and you kill them all. So you can say how that happens.
They get
Other than
impaled.
that,
There's just big chunks of ice going from the top of their body all the way through to the ground.
so, yeah, it just took out.
So the walls are still standing. They're not. It wasn't a crit, so they're not shattered or anything. There's just wolves standing there with like ice going all the way through them, kind of like a barricade.
So you have Vlad the Impaler all these wolves on some ice spikes instantly, whereas before these gave you a little bit of trouble. Now they just got demolished.
He's running the Gore MTX on the ice.
There's not even any gore to see. They're just straight cut through. Now it's the last player slot, right?
Yep.
It's the third one. Yep.
The third one before the wolves.
Before the wolves. Well, that pack's dead. So I think I'm just going to fire an Arctic Breath at the other pack.
Arctic Breath is not AoE, is it?
It should be at a zone of your choice.
For the ice or for the damage?
Fires a frozen skull projectile at a zone of your choice. It
Okay.
explodes on impact.
Yeah, it's the damage.
Creating ground ice in the zone and damaging targets within the zone for cold damage +2.
Yeah, okay.
And have their speed reduced by 2.
So you fire an icy skull at the wolves coming towards you, and the skull is stylistically has a bunch of like dots across it, like something you'd see in Dia de los Muertos, and it hits the wolves and explodes in an ice explosion. And there's ground beneath them, and a few of them slip up, but it doesn't seem to perturb them too much as their massive mutated claws dig into the ice to continue running.
And I take a step back so that I can't smell Kaylah quite so keenly, but otherwise hold my ground.
All right, now Wolfie's turn. So the wolves that were hit by the ice, the only ones that remain are up to by their friends dying, and Morien feels extreme pain coming through his mind, but he's unable to reach out to them. These wolves are not interested in him at all, but they are going to dive straight at where Quizzix was, which Kaylah's in front of him. So 2 of them are going to attack Kaylah, and the other 2 are going to dive around and try to get at Quizzix. Which is this. I almost did D20 again. Let's not do that. 28 fizz damage
To Kaylah?
twice to both of you.
Twice? Okay. So,
So 28
40.
twice each.
Yeah, so 56 total fizz damage to
Does that
both of
get
you.
each 28 gets reduced by armor?
Well, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that because it's multiple people. Let's do that.
so it does a total of 18 damage to me after the armor is reduced by my armor, which is 19, so 28.
So I take.
That's including my 4 from determination.
Nope.
I have 9 armor, including your determination, so I take 19 damage twice.
Oh wait, yes it is. Sorry, my bad.
+4.
So I'm down to 25 health at the moment.
My energy bubble.
Did Morien turn on Vitality? I don't think he did yet.
Not yet. I haven't had my turn yet. So what's that? 28 minus 17.
Did you get hit?
They're not attacking you.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
2 of them are
Quizzix
attacking
and-
Kaylah, and 2 of them are attacking me.
Ah,
Quizzix
okay. I
and
thought it was
Kaylah
area.
got dived at.
Not me. That's fine.
They're getting mauled, and the wolves are still fighting them. Now we're back up to the top. Or actually to
Morien.
Morien, sorry.
My turn.
Turn,
Bottom. 4 a.m.
So walk up, pick up one of the pops, and just punch it square in the face.
All right, so if you're actually going to pick one up, you'll have to make a different roll.
Fine. I just punch one in the head.
Okay, let's make an athletics roll. I mean, you could try it, though. They don't have opposable thumbs, and they can't do much to stop you besides bite you.
No, that's okay. I just want to hit it. I thought it would be more fun.
If you kill it, I'll let you do that.
Alright.
Are you using Infernal Blow or?
Yes, I am. So that is. What's that? You've got your thing up, yes? I'm assuming.
Yep.
So +2. Alright, let's hit it, see what happens.
Oh,
Fuck, Jesus Christ. All right. So, yeah, that definitely is gonna pop all the wolves. So you could explain how that goes.
Actually, like, literally, it's like almost slow motion walk up, kneel down, it's like, I'm sorry, brother wolf. And just fist right in.
You fist the wolf closest to
In
you
the face. Just bang.
in his face, specifically his face.
Like, in the head, I want, like,
specifically
no,
his face, not the other side.
into the top of his head. Like, I want
The
the
front
ball.
cheeks.
I want it taken out as quickly and as painlessly as possible.
Let's
So
see.
the rest of them just kind of turn into popcorn.
Yeah, so with a very satisfying pop, Kaylah and Quizzix are mortified as wolf guts just explode all over them. They're surrounding
I start
you. and
throwing
each
up
wolf-
again.
Each wolf just pops in front of you like in fire and guts, and you smell burning meat, and you're just covered in wolf blood now.
My energy shield holds. Kayla is not so fortunate.
It rolls off of Quizzix's energy shield on top of Kaylah's head. Who is in front of him.
I grab more water out of my backpack. I'm starting to run low on this.
This has not been a
I
very
need a
clean
shower.
journey for anyone.
If that's all of the wolves down, I'm
That
going
is.
to head over and see what is left of Chatterbox if he's indeed still alive.
Mm-hmm. Chatterbox is he is lying on the ground. You don't see him moving or breathing or anything. There's no blood, just about a lot of claw marks. His hood is pulled back, and you can see that his mask is not just a mask, but it's actually a full helmet covering his entire head.
Well, with no obvious orifice to try any sort of flask, I want to reach out and see if I can sense his soul.
You sense nothing. Like nothing. Like not even what you had sensed from someone recently died. Like it just feels like there's a lump of clay in front of you. But
Has he
he
got
does
any
have a
body?
metal mask, which
Yeah.
can be used as a heavy helm.
I was just about to say.
And he's got a wand, and that's about it. But given a little bit of time, his skill gems will fly up.
Cool.
Is it a magical wand?
It is not. It is just a
Okay.
regular wand.
So nothing left, not worth trying to give him a flask.
He's dead. Like
He's
or at
gone.
least as far as you can tell, he's gone. But you can take off the mask and see what you've been curious to see this whole time.
I'm going to take off
I'm
the
gonna
mask.
take my head- I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
you can
off
take it
the
off.
helmet Anyway.
Yeah.
It's a full metal helmet.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. As you remove the mask, beneath it, you see a horrifying-looking face. It doesn't even look human, really. It's just all torn up, and you're not even sure how someone like this could actually be alive. And then you realize that Chatterbox himself was a zombie.
Oh.
The zombie raising zombies.
As you pull off his helmet slowly, 3 gems fly from his body. And 2 blue ones. Actually, 3 blue ones. 3 blue soul fragments just float up from him.
I want to have a look
Well,
at those.
waste not, want not. Let's have a bit of a sticky peek.
I don't know what that means in American, but you have a sticky pig. And he has raised zombie, flesh offering, and kinetic blast.
Raise zombie flesh offering kinetic blast. Anyone doing minions?
Whoever takes a raised zombie gem.
Yeah, I know,
could.
that's what I'm saying. Does anyone want to go minions?
I could foray into that area. I don't have enough int to learn all of them at once, though.
You do
Right,
have some
we've still
blank
got
skill
some
gems.
empty gems,
Blank
yeah.
gems. So I'm going to take Raise Zombie and Flesh Offering and stick them in gems for the moment.
Start to see a very sad scene of Chatterbox's early zombiehood, but it fades away as the gems fill up with the rest of his soul. Kinetic Blast remains.
Okay, so you need a wand for kinetic blast. I'm not interested.
I mean, we may as well put it into one of the gems that we
Got
have.
an empty gems and.
Try and slug it off at some point.
Oh yeah, we won't be able to sell these, eh?
Mm-hmm.
We got 3 empty gems each.
Each had 3 empty ones, yeah.
I used one for whirling blades, which I've now destroyed. I'm assuming that's now because I had to break it open to learn whirling blades. So I've still got 2 in my backpack. You guys both have 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll take it and hold on to it.
Cool.
Again, another scene of early zombiehood begins to form, but the gem soaks it all up, and then you have a bright blue crystal in front of you.
I put it in my bag.
It is very dark out. Tomiul's body is still sitting there. Chatterbox is now laying across it peacefully. He refused to raise him as a zombie, being his friend. Chatterbox's zombies fell as well and dismembered back into various body parts he had taken from other animals. And nothing but the lone light of his torch and your torches, which I'm assuming you threw on the ground, is all that you see.
I put my bow away and I pick back up my torch.
All right. So, exhaustion is a part of the game, and y'all been running around all day, so you're starting to feel extremely tired. Getting all this little bit of exhaustion going right now.
Yep. And guys, I don't think I can go much further. I need to rest. Those houses, they're empty and they had beds in them.
True.
That does sound like a plan.
There was a real nice house in the middle, but it only had one bed in the loft. You guys can play rock, paper, scissors to see who gets that.
I think that it would be fitting for the gentleman to let the lady sleep in a bed.
Also has a little bucket shower out in the back.
I can do a charm roll for that. Ha!
Hell yeah, if you want. You get the nice bed with the shower.
Yep.
I'm going to take my torch. I'm going to look for some wooden planks.
And make a survival check.
No, bro.
I forgot what exhaustion does to your skill rolls, but it does do some.
It's pretty nasty, from what I read.
Survival.
What is that?
What are you looking for? Bits of
Wooden
wood?
planks. Yep.
Yeah,
Like-
so those are
like
easy to
planks,
find.
like as in, I'm going to board up the windows and the door and the shit once we're inside.
Oh yeah, those are pretty easy to find. You're like an expert survivalist, and even though you almost pass up some good ones in the dark, you do happen to find a bunch of spare planks where we're right next to the building with the cart back in the camp, right next to the building with all the wires.
I also tend to sleep inside, but at the door.
Should we have someone keep watch?
Maybe we
Yeah,
can
those
rig up.
resting
Can we not rig
working.
up an alarm? Is anyone able to? Nobody's artificing, are they?
Nope.
No, but perhaps with Tiberius's
So-
new skill,
Oh, what was that again? The
new trait.
I have to go through it because I didn't write it down.
Can we?
Able to leave soul energy markers that last up for 1 day, up to 1 per 5 soul manipulation. These markers can be sensed by any creature with the ability to soulcraft or convey a single simple message. So would that potentially we could use one of
He
those?
can tell when they've been activated.
They've been activated.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got 11, so I should put one down at like the main entrance to the camp, and one down at like the main entrance to the building that we're.
There's 2 main entrances, so 2 for both entrances and 1 building.
Is that cool? Can you do that? Do you have enough for that?
I've only got 11, so I can only put
2 total.
And then you need to tell us what your symbols look like, because they are unique to you. so that if anyone else has this skill, they'll be able to tell that this is Tiberius's.
Well, only once they know that it's me. I won't be able to tell to begin with.
No, but we will tell. We will know. Like I will know. And yeah. So what does it look like?
I want them to be black soul gems.
Well, they're not soul gems. They're wards, aren't they? Like little.
Yeah, but
Yes,
they
they're
look-
like
Soul energy markers.
Okay, yeah. So they're black. Yeah.
Yep.
What else do they look like?
Like the gems that we've been carrying around.
crystalline structures in black.
Crystalline in
Okay.
black.
Also, and can convey a single simple message. I assume these ones convey GTFO.
Yes.
Yeah, just a
And
few
that would-
words, basically.
And they're going to be one on each of the main entrances to the camp.
In here lies death.
Big anime titties. All right, everybody, finding a place to sleep.
I've charmed you all. I'm getting the bed and the shower.
Yeah, she did not win that charm roll, but it's fine. She already cleaned the spot.
It just didn't smooth
Unless
over.
you guys
They're a
wanna
little bit
fight for
mad
it.
at me because of it.
Yes, I was reluctant and grumbling. Gonna let you take that, so the charm smoothed it over.
Cool.
All right, everyone finding a place to bed down.
Yep. I guess we'll just be in the closest. We'll all be in the closest bunks to the house.
Yep. Morien called top bunk before Tiberius could, and he jumped up above his bunk, even though there's like 60 bunks to pick from. He picks that one. You can hear him snoring throughout the whole night, and he's still got his gloves on.
I'll be sleeping by the door.
All right, rest time. Ding, 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 ding. All right, so with Kaylah's fancy freaking armor, let me make a. Do I have to roll first, or do you ask first?
I think I should ask first, right?
Doesn't matter, you have to roll.
Yeah. Well, you have to roll secretly. We shouldn't see it. So I don't know if you just got an actual dice or something.
Physical
All right,
die.
go ahead and ask your questions to the gods.
You don't have to, of course.
In your dreams, Kaylah, you wake up and it's almost like you're awake, but you know somehow that you're not, and you see what looks like a reflection of yourself, but older, standing before you, and she's fading in and out of existence, but it looks just like you, older and staring you in the face. You can ask her one question.
Why have I been brought here?
Well, she tries to answer, and she's breaking up. You can hear it sort of with static all around it. I don't know. It's all hasn't been. So remember, it's with what can happen in the next day. You can ask, not just a general question, but that's
right.
fine. So if you want to change it, you can.
Yes. Will we find out about the wolf god?
The wolf god is more complicated than you realize, but you'll find him for sure.
Okay.
And
So
then
I
as
know this. Nobody
question-
else. I've not told it.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
So as the question's answered, she fades out of existence, and you fall back into sleep. So everybody, long rested. Now you're all healed up again, which I wish long rests meant more in this game, but you always have your skills, so it's fine. And everybody feels refreshed. You get up, and Morien's still snoring. Kaylah washed the vomit off of her. And your wards are still there. That's about it. Sun's up, but it is still overcast. It's been overcast basically the entire time you've been in this world.
And so this is probably, we got a few minutes. We can probably have, if we wanted to have a chat between ourselves.
Sorry, I keep forgetting to do that. So before you camp, before you bed down, basically, you're supposed to do it. But we've been doing it in the morning. So in the morning, everyone wakes up. You each take a turn using the foreman's shower because it's the first shower you've had in who knows how long. And everybody's getting ready, eating the nice breakfast that Sen made for you. Even though he's kind of a bastard, he can cook very well. You're sitting around eating the breakfast he made, and now you can each talk amongst yourselves about what has happened. You can also ask me any questions about anything that happened previously that I said out loud.
I feel a lot better now.
You smell better.
Roll for creepiness.
Hey, I was 5 feet away and I could smell her before, so I can't now. It's better.
So what do you make of all of this, guys? Why do you think we're even here?
Well, everybody who seems to be able to see such things says we're one. So that's why we're together, why we're here.
And the man
Is anybody's guess.
the man that we met first, briefly after falling through the portal, suggested that this is not the first time this has happened, though we cannot recall it.
I remember being exiled.
Although he did say before putting his blood on the seal that he's sending you back to the beginning.
Maybe we've done
Yes.
this.
The beginning of us, the beginning of sin and innocence, the beginning of something.
So we're here to make something start or stop something from starting.
Or make it different.
Change.
Change how it was, perhaps.
How do we know what to change if we don't remember what it was?
Maybe we'll just
Well,
feel it?
I don't know that that necessarily matters. We make our decisions, and things will happen. And if those things are different to the way it was before, then we've changed something. We won't necessarily know that we've done it.
Remember
Or
how
maybe
the
we
guy
don't.
died? Or
Say that again?
was run through. Remember how the guy died too, or was run through, taken away from you before he opened the door?
Something was actively trying to
Something
stop
from behind
stop
ran
you
him through this.
getting us through.
A large dark gray scythe, like a man and a half size, ran right through his chest and pulled him back into the darkness.
I did not remember that bit, but that connects with what we've seen so far of these lightless ones. Perhaps we've been sent back to the beginning for the last time.
They are the ones that have corrupted the first ones.
Your first ones.
The first one.
The first ones.
But not his first ones, because in his time they were not corrupted. Nor in any of your others. Never have you heard of anything like that.
Sorry.
Or perhaps things are changing anyway without us, and we're here to put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Speculation.
Whatever it is, these lightless ones seem to be at the center of it.
And it looks like we're stuck here until...
You say that like it's a bad thing. Every day is a new adventure. There's plenty to be learned.
I liked when I had a shower every day.
Yes,
Did you have a shower every day as an exile from Morien?
you grow accustomed to it after a while. I mean, eventually you find that your research is more important, and suddenly it's 5 days since you had a shower.
Hey, you guys never even talked about who you were before, did you? What you did, what you were like.
Yeah,
Well,
not
you had
very long,
kids.
that's for sure.
What your favorite Robin Williams movie is.
Movie?
Right, any more talking, any more questions for each other?
Tiberius, you've stayed rather silent. Any opinions? Any thoughts?
He just saw his god.
I saw my god. I'm a little bit shaken up.
Wait, your god? What do you-
Which one?
You're a Templar?
Not specifically a Templar, but innocence was everyone's, not just for Templars.
So, where you haven't told us much about yourself. Where I know your name. Where did you come from?
A dungeon.
You were a prisoner? Or were you a...
An experiment. I went by choice to begin with.
What were they experimenting with?
Thermatology, however the fuck it's actually pronounced.
Thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Intriguing.
Thaumaturgy being definition of the original magic in like the actual dictionary.
What exactly did they try?
They were trying to imbue us with the power of the soul gems.
Which seems a lot easier now.
Which, yes.
All of
Who
a
knows?
sudden, all their experiments seem worth nothing.
Welcome to the shortcut, I suppose.
Which is a story element. You don't know why it's easier, but it is so much easier.
Okay, there you go.
Fair enough.
So he was a god in your time.
Indeed.
And based on what Kaylah's been saying, I assume he was a god for her as well.
Yeah, he was the god in Oriath. Not Rayclass, though.
So does sin successfully remove the thaumaturgy from all men?
I don't know. I don't know if Sin lived before or after you or I. I don't understand where I am in time, or even where I am right now. I just
True,
know...
you wouldn't know Sin at all because you're like at the beginning of the game. Yeah. Sin only shows up after you already killed a couple gods.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I don't know where I am. I don't know when I am. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who to help and who to trust. But you guys, I trust you guys. I can feel that there's, like they said, we're part of each other or something. I don't know.
Yes. I'd like to try and reach out and make a connection.
All right.
This time.
Reach out and touch someone again. Of course, Morien can always fight it with his soul manipulation.
Well, I'm going to reach out to Kaylah since she brought it up in that bit of conversation. But
All right.
I just had a priest from my own one of my gods say that we're
Tiberius
all part
can
of
fight
one soul, so I wouldn't fight it. In fact,
Tiberius, I meant, not Morien. Morien doesn't have soul manipulation very well, but Tiberius does. Also,
No,
Morien
no,
has gained a trait, which I will write up before next session.
that is a terrible roll.
I have some soul craft, but not manipulation.
Yeah, I meant Tiberius. So you feel the same thing you felt in the cave, that all of your souls are extremely similar pieces of each other, pieces of one soul, broken somehow. But you can see a clear, almost visible connection between you, a line of energy between each of you.
I like struggle with concentration on it. Can you not see that?
I'm going to roll a soulcraft. I'm going to roll
Alright.
soulcraft to try and reach back to Quizzix.
I can't quite touch.
All right, roll with advantage for reaching back since he is already reaching to you. Wonder Twin powers activate.
So it's 2d10, keep one, K1.
Yep. Plus whatever.
6. Yeah,
Nice.
14.
Also 14.
Same exact roll. You see the same thing he does. Actually, it's almost visible, a line of grayish white energy between the two of you, and in fact between all four of you sitting around eating your breakfast. And you can see a partial soul in him, although his is more red and hers is a darker black. Tiberius's is yellow white, and Morien's is a dark brown. But they seem to all be smaller than they should be. Piece of the soul.
Okay. You saw that, didn't you? Quizzix?
Yes. Sorry, what colors did you say they were again? I'm just writing that down.
Quizzix is red. Morien is a deep brown. Kaylah is a black. And Tiberius is a golden white. And you can summon Voltron.
Fusion, ha.
Cool. So yeah, we saw it. We both agree that we saw it. And then I'm just gonna shake it off and just because it doesn't feel nice to me. That reaching out, I don't like it.
And you're not able to see your own soul, by the way. Only someone else can, so you don't know your soul is black. Unless somebody tells you.
I would almost certainly mention that. I could see a fragment of soul in each of you, but not in myself.
I saw
I'm
yours.
curious.
I saw yours.
You
It was
saw
red.
mine?
It was red.
Like this, and I summon a little bit of fire in my hand again.
The sickly red flame comes up, full of what looks like almost an inverted blood drop.
Yeah, like that. And then Morien's, his was brown, and
Yes,
Tiberius's.
it was brown, and Tiberius's was a golden white.
But
And yours was quite the opposite. It was dark, almost black.
oh, okay.
Well, that ain't good.
It's just a color. Its significance, I don't know.
Well, it's good to know, I guess. It must mean something if they're all different, but maybe we'll find out. Maybe today I think that our goal today is to find out more information about that wolf god, right?
The town of Theos is where the spider priest said to go, because he figures that's where the wolves will go first now that Golden Boy is gone.
So yeah, I think today.
He said go straight out the western gate down the road. Should get straight there. And you should fly under the radar of the wolves because you don't have a full soul in between you, so they can't really sense you. It makes sense, the lightless not being able to see very well, they just see souls.
Well,
I found
then
us well enough.
we found them.
And every time you've been attacked by mutated wolves, there has been another in there.
So we'll finish breakfast and set off, I guess.
This
Yes.
is probably a good point to end the session, but that would be our plan for.
Yep.
That'll be the plan for next week. Heading to whatever that town name is, Theon.
Theos,
Theos.
Theos.
the original Theopolis, before Theopolis was Theopolis. And you're an Orien mining camp, which was before Oriath was created, of course.
Ah, cool. All right.
All right. Good job.
Awesome.
We'll catch back up next time. So, what level is everybody? 3?
Level
Yep.
3, yep.
3. With a lot of wham. At least me.
Next level is a support champ.
Yep, next level's a big one. And then Morien, you, let me see your character sheet here. You get a new trait, but I'll have to write it up and tell you later.
Okie
Let me see. Well, let me make sure you get a trait before I tell you some shit. Oh, yeah, you definitely do. Because you got survival. The way you get traits is you get above 10 on a skill, and
And
you
then do
use
something
it.
with it.
you use it once, and you recognize another ability within yourself. And the traits are given after level 2, and based on your other skills, the trait can vary depending on the DM's discretion. So you have like more athletics than anything else, and then more survival than that. So it'll be based on athletics and survival.
Cool. Well, I used the crated torches there, so it would have triggered a guess with that.
Not yet, not until I write it. So it's in between sessions because I haven't made a list.
Fair enough.
So next time. All right, guys. Try to fix this damn camera. I'll see y'all.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya.
Have fun, everybody.